Hey everybody, just hanging out, trying to find out. Looks like I was thinking I was gonna get lucky and see Brandon in the correct car livery, but that's not showing up still. Hanging out early. Show doesn't start for a while. I think I'm gonna have to just go through and find what liveries Brandon has used, and just do that. Let me see. Engine Notes, my man, it's been a while. How are you doing, man? Thanks for the resub, dude. 10 months. King Rhino. So, yeah, we're booting up early. Just gonna hang out and do some chatting. I'm doing good, man. Edvin, how's it going, dude? Here, we'll just jump straight into... Just hanging out in the free practice server. Still plenty of time before race starts, but we're just going to hang out and watch people turn laps. I'm trying to figure out why I cannot see Brandon's livery. Is there by any chance a different turn 1 folder that he's using? Maybe it starts with AMR? No. Not sure. I really wish the livery management system in this game were a little bit better, because I'm basically digging through the biggest haystack in the world. Oh, Engine Notes Racing, Engine Notes GT4. Can I see the date accessed? We'll give that a shot, see if those two values might give me a little bit of information. Yeah, unfortunately, everything's... Yeah, it's not going to be useful. I was really hoping I could find the folder that Brandon's using. Okay, wait a minute. Alright, so that one's got December 4th. What about blue? For everybody that's joining us tonight, thank you so much for hanging out. You're watching 949 Sim Racing Community. We're getting ready for the 949 GT Sprint Series, Round 8, Series finale at Kyalami. Doubleheader tonight. No worries, Engine Notes. I know it's been pretty busy for you. Don't sweat it, man. Glad you could come hang out. That's all that matters. It's all any of this matters is that we all get to hang out.
I got tingly all over. What the fuck?
I was hoping I was going to get lucky and have Brandon's livery just loaded, ready to go. Actually, I wonder if I swap the files and reload. Huh. That might be it. Yeah, that might be what I need to do. Let me do that. Let's take this one right here. Oh, there we go. ACC error anyway, so now's the time. ACC decided to blow itself up on a Thursday, which is par for the course. Let's take all of those files and pitch them into the trash. And go back over. Oh, Steam update. Well, that's adorable. All right, we'll restart you, Steam. Apologies, folks. I'll try and get the free practice pulled up here pretty soon. Like I said, we do have doubleheader action tonight at Kyalami. 2 30-minute races to finish the season out. So 2 points paying races. Close fights are all about. I'll pull up the information on those in a moment. Let me go over to see the livery anymore. Where did it go? I'm confused. I just unzipped this file like 5 seconds ago. Oh, there it is. That's why. Because I unzipped the file. It's up at the top. It's organized by push those over there. Now delete DDS files. Relaunch ACC. It's like brain surgery. Not nearly as fun as brain surgery. Could be on my end though, so I need to message. Tell them that. Thanks for being patient, everybody. While I'm getting everything loaded back up, I'll get you back into free practice so we can take a look at the guys out on track a little bit longer. Before we jump in, though, switch over. Aston Martin, Turn 1 Academy. Click the button and let it wait because it's going to compile the DDS file for me. There it is. That's a good looking car too, by the way. That is a good looking vehicle. Look at that. There's the schmoovin on the bottom from Cole Hawks. Alright, I think we're good. Let's jump in, take a peek, see if it shows up on the car. Oh, I will need to restart this guy and the broadcast app as well, because they are both going to be broken. While we're waiting, though, I saw him in here. Where'd he go? There he is. There it is. Hey! Now I just got to get it loaded in on the other one. Nice. So yeah, we're getting ready. Still got a little bit of time. 34 minutes it looks like for the race starts. For the lobby starts, I should say. So Engine Notes, how have you been? It's been a while. You've been getting to do any racing, even on the weekends? I haven't seen you much online. No racing for me. Rig is in bits. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you move? Did you relocate? Is that the reason why it's in bits? Give me the lowdown. Give me the skinny. The 411. Alright, so that I think is fixed now, but I need to recompress another version of the customs file and load that up in the Google Drive so I can transfer it over to the other one. So let's do that real quick. You guys are getting to watch me perform some brain surgery. So, reminder for everybody here in a little bit. We've got 32 minutes now before the the servers are going to launch for round 8, the 949 GT Sprint Series, the doubleheader at Kyalami. Also wanted to remind everybody to be sure and hang around after the stream. We'll throw it over to Trackalicious Sim Racing. They've got their GT4 tripleheader at Nürburgring. And Mr. Shy Guy, 98, Reed Aldred's going to be over there doing broadcasting for that. Trying to think of what else. Exclamation point Enduro in chat if you're wanting to participate in the Trackalicious 949 Winter Endurance Cup. We're doing 2.4 hour, 2 hour and 40 minute enduro, solo enduros. First one was a lot of fun. I believe we've got one coming up in February. I'll get the details about that a little bit later, but exclamation point Enduro in chat if you're looking for that information. So close to Weska. Oh, no space and no time, and you hope to get back to it soon? Well, man, I sure hope so. Miss seeing you on stream. 41280, that is pretty quick. Let's take a look. I've got the compressed version of the liveries folder now, so let's go over here and upload that. I hope everybody's having a good Thursday. I know I am. I've been looking forward to this pretty much all day. Really looking forward to good race and hopefully a good series finale. I want to thank everybody who's been watching from the beginning, been hanging out with us, even from the beginning when we started doing this on Twitch. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. I hope it means a lot to the guys on track, because that's the reason why we're getting to do this, right? You got a 40.6 in quali, nice. And you miss it too. Yeah, I can imagine, Engine Notes. I actually just raced for the first time this week. Actually went pretty well. I need to get a little bit of feeling back in understanding braking and stuff, but it went okay. Big thanks yesterday to Mr. Chris McNichol, Crimson, on Twitch. with Scrubs Go Racing Ravens Reptiles. Hung out with me on Wednesday for another chit-chat session. It's pretty good. It's a lot of fun. Looks like we got a little bit of downtime. People are not pushing it too hard on track. Just a quick reminder for anybody looking for the full screen stream. It's not on right now, but when the race gets started, if you're going to look for the Server 2 experience for the full screen stream, exclamation point split 2 in chat. My colleague Reed Aldred, Mr. Shy Guy 98, will be over on Server 2 broadcasting for us. He's been an awesome dude, working with us this year to make that possible. It means a lot. Chris McNichol comes across the line of 43.135. A little bit off of his fastest lap pace. Could be that he's running on race fuel, getting a feel for what the car is going to be like on 30-minute fuel. It's going to be interesting with the double sprint format. Let's get this unzipped over here. I want to thank everybody for coming to hang out with us. Already got 12 people in here. You guys are awesome. Showing up bright and early. Listening to me babble. Mr. Colehawks, Kyle Cisco in the 444 for turn 1. He's in the Lexus. Schmovin' through mine shaft right now. He's in the draft of Patty McNichol. Excellent. .6:59 p.m. on track as time ticks down for free practice. 26 degrees. Cool temperatures. I kind of like getting to hang out early before the streams. I wish I had more time to do that. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good season. Seeing a lot of good stuff.
Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Hey Matt, how are you doing? Not sure if I've seen you in chat before, sir. If I've made a mistake there, apologies. Welcome to the 949 Sim Racing community. Getting geared up for the series finale. Yeah, turn 1's working just fine. Let's go ahead and pop that up. I'm doing great, man. We got a doubleheader tonight at Kyalami to wrap up the season. Probably, actually, this might be a good time. Let me switch over real quick. Let's pop on over to the... let me make sure I've got pit wall opened up. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Oh, not pit wall. I didn't want pit wall. I want Sim Racing GP. Communities. Ripper, man. How's it going? Let's go take a look at the standings. So we got the split 2 standings. Pull those up real quick. Kenneth Smith in the lead, 230 points. Pretty much a lock on finishing out ahead of Carlos Guzman, but I haven't seen Seagoose online. But he's got a fight on his hands with Mr. Justin Beachley, and John Espiritu's not out of it. 22 points, especially if one of those guys ends up being a scratch for the night. That could be a big benefit for John. Kyle Sisko in the Turn 1 Lexus with 131 points. Not far off of John in the, was that 5th? Tyler Kozlakis also not far off of Kyle Sisko, 1 point separating him. So you can see you got some tight pockets of action up and down Division 4 right now. In Division 3, Sam Ramsbottom has a 14-point advantage on Shane Rees. So Sambo is going to have to he's going to have to be on his toes to keep the lead in Division 3. Shane Rees is, 21 points ahead of Gingy. It is probably a lock for second, but it's not. Nothing's guaranteed. I think a big enough scratch for Shane in Division 3 could definitely cost him second. So I know Gingy's going to push. Chris Pennycook also going to push, not that far out. What is that, 21 points on Gingy? And then you got the tie with Patty McNichol, Will Bruner, and Shane Martin, 13 points off that. But he's got a close scrap with Justin Moffitt and the Crazy Rabbits Racing Bentley Continental. And that is your division, or your split 2 standings. Division 2, split 1, Sean Piner. I think he's a statistical lock for tonight. I think he just needs to race. Luca Ziege, really good performance, good results. Spa was a race to forget. But hats off to Luca, man. I actually had him pegged early on to actually finish pretty high in the division. I actually thought he was going to win it at one point. Still, really quick driver, just bad luck. Dan Tizarro, 160 points. In third right now, going to try and hold off Chris McNichol in the Scrubs Go Racing, Ravens Reptiles, Honda NSX. Matt Parimba with 136 points is going to try and hold on to 5th. Stay in front of Ryan Whitlock and Luciano Yads. Peter Greaves is also not that far off. Brandon Meyer is also not that far off from Parimba. So it should be pretty interesting to see how this race finishes things out. Gixxer's actually pretty close too. Matt Menning, out of nowhere, raced with us 2 weeks and has put 50 points up on the board in Division 2. Division 1, Josh McKean, 10-point advantage on his teammate Luke Southall with the Protocharge 1-2. Ed Kerstetter with 164 points is going to try and hold off Pete Hutchings, but Pete has been pretty strong last couple races. Zach Patterson's going to try and hold off Cardo. Ryan McIntosh is here with us tonight, 117 points, but we got 2 races to pay out, so we'll see what that does for him in the points. And that's your standings. Flip back over to the main screen. Doing pretty good. Yes, yeah, I started early, Dad. Just hanging out, doing some chat. We don't get to watch a lot of the good free practice content before the lobbies start up, so I just wanted to get here early, take a look around. 32 degrees in this free practice lobby right now. It's 5:11 p.m. on track. 3-kilometer wind coming out of the northeast. Nicholas Gonzalez with ProtoCharge SimSport has had some pretty quick races this season in the McLaren, but it's also had a rough share of bad luck. Ripperman, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by, my man. Hope to see you around maybe while you're gaming this weekend. Chris PK, 949 UK in the 949 Porsche. 144.565 as he comes across the line. Zach Patterson's getting ready to set up for a runner. Let's actually turn off the broadcast or the autopilot and switch to the onboard as Zach is going into Crowthorne right now. Actually, it's switched over to Brandon Meyer. That's unfortunate. Right when I was going to switch over and follow the man with Yaz Motorsport. Who's going to finish out a lap? Actually, Brandon's pretty close. We'll hang on board with Brandon. As he goes into Ingwe. Got a little bit of traffic there with the GTR in front of him. That looks like that's JQ. Down the start-finish straightaway we go on a flying lap of Kyalami. Johannesburg, South Africa. Into Crowthorne, turn 1. Almost a hairpin right out of the gates into turn 1. Through Jukse sweep now into the medium speed left-hander here at Barbecue. Cuts the curb, runs it out pretty far. And now the setup for Sunset. Fast right-hander, shaves off just enough power to get the car to turn in, gets back on the throttle. Now into Clubhouse Bend. Very similar corner to Barbecue. That's the thing about Kyalami. It's definitely got some turns that are like profiled after one another. This is the S's now. Easy to go off at the left-hander and fall into the kitty litter. Uphill now towards Leo Cup. Trying to get the car turned in as he heads downhill now through Mine Shaft. On the brakes for a very strange turn. One of my favorite turns in the game, Crocodiles. The switch from on camber to off camber is pretty sudden. Very wide exit out of Cheetah and then into the Ingwe hairpin to finish up a lap of Kyalami. A little scrappier probably than he'd like, but pumps in a 142.662, which is only 4/10 off of his previous best lap. Currently 9/10 off the pace. Carter Huesca sitting on top of the timesheets with that 41.325. Got 25 minutes before the service pop. You're watching 949 GT Sprint Series, getting ready for round 8, the doubleheader at Kyalami. Let's take a look around now. Yeah, we do have a lot of people loaded in. That is true. I should probably set the other server up as a practice server. Try and get some more people in here. How many people do we have? Oh, wow. We might have. Did we fill it up? No, we didn't fill it up. I think we can hold 40. no, it is 40. It is 40. Okay. I was worried about that for a minute. I was worried we weren't going to have enough. I didn't bother to practice today. I'm all practiced out. What you been up to, Muff? You just been practicing for New World and stuff? Felix Tavinsva down the start finish straightaway in the 819 for Madhouse. Mr. Carbon, how are you doing tonight? You, sir, have a GT4 race tonight. Did you show up and drive? Good deal, man. Maybe. Don't do that to me, Carbon. Don't tease like that. Today I reorganized my garage and shed a bit, made some more room. Nice. No idea. Should be a good one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You guys got the triple header at Nerbs. Looks like we got about 10 minutes before driver briefing starts. Review Racing, Carbon, those races are super good. Indeed they are. And for folks that are really interested in getting a little bit more time with Mr. Shy Guy, Mr. Reed 98, he will be doing casting over on Tracklicious Sim Racing for the GT4 triple header tonight. It is a tight field. It is a tight field. I had a lot of fun doing the calculations for that. That was super cool to get to do a quali calculation for both GT3 and GT4 at the same time. Patty McNichol in the Scrubs Go Racing Ravens Reptiles. Oh, dude. I'm just glad it worked. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to this season to do development work on it. And there's a few bugs in the calculator. A lot of the code I got actually from Sean Piner, who races in the 949 GT Sprint Series. He's Advaita on Twitch. Races for Crazy Rabbits. He did a lot of the calculator code, and I kind of adapted it so that I could calculate both GT3 and GT4 at the same time, but I was getting a lot of duplication. So I had to go in and do a lot of manual data cleanup and stuff like that. You know, computer science stuff. Deleting rows from a spreadsheet. Man, let me tell you, the day-night cycle at Kyalami is probably one of the best in the game. And we're getting two angles from it right now, dude. We got the Patty McNichol, and I believe that is Chemosith behind him in the 727. And then we got the 950 of Shane Rees, who's rocking his brand new CSL DD. And I believe that's Beachley behind him in the Left Hand Brewing Aston Martin. Dan Tazaro, I got in from work just now, munched my dinner, started my smoothie. I'm ready. No practice, gang. Respect. Tez, I think, is holding third in, or he's on the verge of getting into third in Division 3, I believe. I'm going to go take a look real quick. Just make sure. Or is it Division 2? Oh, it's Division 2. I'm sorry, Tez. I'm not trying to minimize your category at all. Currently a 6-point advantage to hold third. He's got a fight on his hands with Chris McNichol, though. The Audis do look pretty strong right now. 41.087 for Paremba, and then Cardo is 0.2 off the pace. Exclamation point coach in chat. CardoRacing.com. Be sure and check out Mr. Cardo Huesca's coaching services and his Discord full of a bunch of cool dudes, one of which is talking in chat right now. See you.
Hello.
Doing awesome tonight, Bateman. Hope you're doing all right. True Racing Dave, how are you doing, man? Tuning into the series finale. Doubleheader at Kyalami. When are we going to get some GSI bros in here, Dave? I need your help. I need your help evangelizing to the GSI folks. You can't get your groove back in ACC? I get it, Bateman. There was a bunch of them talking about it. Hey, if they're North American time zone and they want to come race with us, more than welcome to. And if they don't even race with us, man, like we've got the Trackalicious stuff at 9:15, the GT4 series on Thursdays, and then you got Sunday racing with New World and their Pint series. You got Trackalicious does a GT3 league on Sunday as well. Yeah, dude, there is no shortage of North American racing, and it's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Nick Gonzalez pulling off track in the Protocharge SimSport Maka. Protocharge has been a dominant force in Season 8. We've got Josh McKean on top by 10 points.
Coffee,
Lateral G, how's it going, man?
Cappuccino, Java, yes.
We've got Josh McKean in the lead of Division 1 by 10 points on his teammate right there, Mr. Luke Southall in the Protocharge SimSport 488. And then Pete Hutchings is like 4 points away from Pippin Ed Kerstetter in the Protocharge SimSport old AMG, I think that's the 2015. So we got some spicy action for you. We still got a little bit of action left in this season with 2 points paying races, 30-minute sprints. Should be a lot of fun. Almost time. Server should go down in about 4 minutes as we get ready for the race to launch. Ryan McIntosh in the Volante Racing Porsche 911. He's got a little bit of time to try and set a flyer. Zach Patterson currently sitting 8th on the timesheets. Brandon Meyer 1.45 off the pace. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Has an Aztec Sim Sim Sport on the side. Are you talking about Macintosh? Let's go take a look. Could be. I mean, he races for Volante. I don't know what Volante's sponsors are, but we'll go take a look at his car real quick. Give me a second. The Porsche? I think you're talking about Macintosh. It could just be branding and stuff like that. That's part of yeah. It's Volante Racing though. It's a good looking livery too, man. The last coat. Nice. I don't think he races with Aztec pedals. I think that's just Volante stuff. Yep. I mean, they're new to the market, I think, for the pedals. Lateral. I can't remember if they had other products on the market prior to that. Mr. Reed Aldred's in here. Mr. Shy Guy 98 on Twitch, everybody. How are you doing tonight, Reed?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Just hanging out, watching some racing action. We got some free practices about to wind down. Server's about to go down in about 2 minutes. But yeah, just doubleheader about to happen at Kyalami. Are you excited? Series finale.
Yeah, I'm excited. Lots can happen, especially with, I believe it's 90 points in total up for grab tonight.
Yeah, that is going to be a lot of points, actually. I'm kind of curious about that. What is the points paying total for a top finish? Looks like it's 31 points for a top finish. So we got 62.
Yeah, well, I was wrong then, but anyways.
Well,
I
mean for first place, like times 2, that much.
Okay.
So if you're talking about like the whole whole shebang, like yeah, it could be about 90 points. That's I think it's gonna be pretty exciting, man. I'm looking forward to it. Been kind of something I've been looking forward to all day, basically. And the server's down. Switch over to the Just Talking screen for a moment. So, series finale, season 8, Reed. You've gotten to do this will be race 9 and race 10 for this season. I forgot how many rounds we did last season. Wasn't it? I think it was 8. I think it was 8 rounds last season. So that would be 18 races with us in the broadcast booth by the end of the night. How are you enjoying doing the commentary stuff?
It's been a lot of fun. Been a wild ride as well.
Yeah.
Felt like throughout those 18 races, I've, kind of felt myself improving.
No doubt, man. You've been doing a real good job on the second server this season, and for the folks that are Shy Guy fans, Reed is going to be doing the triple header at Nürburgring after the double header at Kyalami, and that's going to start around 9:15 Eastern, I think, on Tracklicious's site. Is that correct, Reed? I think that's where it is.
I believe so.
But should be a lot of fun. In the meantime, Reed, I'm going to pull up those standings from Sim Racing GP. Let me get that switched on real fast. Here's what we're going to do. Is it going to let me turn off the camera? No? Okay. Let me switch that off manually real quick. There we go. All right. So we've got the Division 4 standings up. And Kenny Smith has basically run away with it, Reed. I think Kenny has been super quick pretty much all season in Division 4. Carlos Guzman being a scratch for Spa definitely put him at a disadvantage in the points. So I think Kenny's got it locked on math. But Carlos does have a fight on his hands with Justin Beachley, and John Espiritu's not out of it. What are your thoughts on Division 4 so far?
Yeah, it's been a pretty exciting division this season. I think if my math adds up, Carlos Guzman can catch Kenneth Smith, but Kenneth Smith would have to, basically dud both races.
Yeah.
But yeah, the real battle's going to be between, looks like 2, 3, and 4, and 5.
Yeah, it's to me. The thing that I like about Division 4 right now is there is no shortage. You can tell anyone at home just by looking at the breakdown across the standings in Division 4. We've got pockets of really close fighting action right down to the wire. It's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all wraps up. It's definitely going to be interesting to see who ends up taking that second and third spot. Kenny, I think, is just going to be quick around here as well. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, though. I need to shut off my broadcast app real quick because the server went down and I don't want it to break when I try to open it up again. Let's switch over to Division 3 now. Shy Guy, we got Sam Rambo on top, 200 points. That is a 14-point deficit that Shane Reeves has to overcome if he's going to take the top spot in Division 3. And Gingy mathematically not out of it. We got Chris Pennycook and Patty McNichol and Will Bruner pretty tight in what is effectively 4, 5, and 6, but there's a tie for 5th. Any particular driver in Division 3 you got your eye on for this race?
I really don't have one that I'm currently looking at. The battle for between 1 and 7, they're all incredibly close, not to one another, but they're pretty close to, other drivers up on the list. You got Justin Moffitt, who's still pretty close to Will Bruner and Patrick McNichol in 5th and 6th. But then you have people like Sam Ramsbottom and Shane Reeves, who are only 14 points apart. So that's saying that if, Sam Ramsbottom has one bad race, that could really, out of these two, it could really spice it up a little bit.
Indeed. And spicy, I feel like, is what we're looking at. With how things could wrap up in Division 3, it is pretty close. Division 2, a little bit of a different story. Again, we got, what is that? Oh, I've got the results up for spot. Let me switch over to the actual standings real quick for Division 2. Because Sean Piner's got 239 on Luca Ziege with 189. And that seems like a pretty big gap. I think Sean Piner might have it on math. Dan Tazaro in 3rd with 160 points. He's got 6 points on Chris McNichol for Scrubs Go Racing. And Matt Paremba's got a tight battle to hang on to that 5th spot with Ryan Whitlock, Luciano Yads. And I would say even Peter Greaves, Brandon Meyer, and Gixxer. So I feel like it's kind of decided at the top, but from P3 on down to about P9, it looks like it's still pretty tight. What are your thoughts on Division 2 this season?
I haven't been able to catch too much of it, but from what I've been hearing from your perspective, it's been a pretty close season and lots of action on the track.
Indeed, it is. It has been. We have had a lot of quick racers in Division 2 this season. Sean Piner, Luca Ziege in particular. Matt Paremba has really started to step up with the pace that he's got in the Audi. And Brandon Meyer was putting in really quick times in the free practice server. So I'm interested to see how Kyalami fares. I feel like the Porsches are going to have a bit of an advantage. I don't know what your take is on the meta and Kyalami in general. It seems like the Porsches are strong, but it seemed like the Audis were putting on good times as well. What's your take so far post 1.8.10 patch. Do you think Porsche's got a distinct advantage here at Kyalami?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of chatter in the Discord, and lots of people are saying the Porsche is extremely powerful right now at Kyalami, so that could be something to look out for on the track.
Indeed, I think it's going to be interesting just to see how everybody reacts, because the meta, especially affecting the McLaren drivers, is going to be interesting, because we've got a McLaren driver at the top of Division 1, Josh McKean for Protocharge SimSport with 218 points, has a 10-point advantage on his teammate Luke Southall, who's in a Ferrari 488 Evo. So we've got the McLaren, which gets debuffed across all tracks. And with the Ferrari, it looks like there's been some testing, and it looks like Luke Southall's got some pretty good times in the free practice lobby. So I'm interested to see how this fight pans out between those two. But the fight that I'm watching the most is probably Ed Kerstetter for 949 Sim Racing in the Porsche, and Pete Hutchings in the 2015 AMG. 1 point separating them. It's gonna be interesting between those two. And just looking at Carl Huesca, he's only 4 points off of Zach Patterson. And again, kind of like with Division 4, we got some close battles, some close pockets of action up and down the order. Anyone in particular you're looking at in Division 1, Reed?
Not necessarily.
Just looking real quick. Oh, they're talking about the server information, getting ready for the servers to go launch. Beltan Eyes is gone. Oh no. I didn't know, Vulcan. I didn't take it away. You're gonna have to blame Beltan for that one. So yeah, that is your standings after 7 rounds. We've got a doubleheader about to fire off here in less than a minute. Let's go ahead and switch over to the just chatting screen and hang out. Oh, it's turn 1 Axel in here, and Carbon says hello, Shy Guy. Although he might be in your chat as well, because I believe you are online as well now.
Well, hello to you, Carbon. Good luck in the GT4 race tonight.
Indeed, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think the GT4 triple header at Nürburgring for Trackalicious is going to be a lot of fun. You guys should definitely hang out, and then we'll send it over that way when the stream is over. Reed, you should be able to do like hosting commands in 949 Sim Racing 1. So, although you're actually going to be switching it over, so what I'll do is at the end of your stream, when you start your next stream, I'll hop over to 949 Sim Racing 1 and throw it over to Trackalicious as well. Because you have a pretty solid following over there on the second server. Looks like the servers are getting ready to launch. Yeah, they've gone red. And they are launching. This is it, Reed. Last round. Only 2 races, 2 points paying races left. I actually feel like the doubleheader formula for us and the use of SRGP, this is the area where I feel like SRGP has definitely done us some favors. I feel like it definitely did a good job managing this stuff. Morphe, we are not hosting our own servers yet. We did use EGS for a number of the different seasons of the 949 GT Sprint Series, but we've been using SRGP just for the ease of back-end management of the servers and stuff. Simple Zach is a Sean Piner fan. He's cheering him on in chat. So, Reed, you guys have a triple header tonight at Nürburgring for Trackalicious. Tell me a little bit about that.
So it's going to be, I believe it's, 3 different races. I think there is going to be 3 different qualifiers, and they might be 7 minutes apiece. So it's going to be very, tight to get your lap in, especially with all the other drivers needing to do the same thing.
Oh, it's like one-shot qualifying. Excellent.
I believe so. It's like that. Yeah, I believe it's like that.
That's going to be interesting. So one-shot qualifying triple header at Nürburgring, which is a very good track. We got Mr. Blaine Hall in here. How you doing, Al Truitt? How's your wrist treating you? Hopefully it's on the mend. But yeah, triple header at Nürburgring with one-shot qualifying. I think you guys are going to have to hang around and check that out. Exclamation point TSR if you're looking for the Trackalicious Discord, Trackalicious Sim Racing. We are partnered with them. And exclamation point Enduro if you're interested in participating in the 2.4 hour Winter Endurance Championship. That is a co event with Trackalicious Sim Racing and 949. Your fingers went numb during the Logitech event, dude. You need to take care of that stuff, dude. If you need physical therapy or like surgery or something like that, take it from me. Don't wait. Get it knocked out. I'm going to refresh these pages and see if we've got launched servers yet or not.
Server 2 is up.
Server 2 is up. Server 2 and Server 1 are up. So let's go ahead and get those set up. Oh, I didn't look at which one is which. Probably should.
I believe the W7 is split 2.
Okay, all right. So get
The W4H7 now is the split 2.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Getting set up in the server. Free practice is running. I need to get the broadcast app and pit wall, exclamation point pit wall in chat if you want to find our live timing information. Got to get that set up real quick before we can get you switched on to the action. So I'll turn that off for now. All right. Pit wall should be up and running. Let's get the broadcast for split 1 set up. I was going to ask you, Reed, especially now that you're getting a little bit more experience in doing the broadcasting stuff over with Trackalicious, what is your current tooling for doing the broadcast over at Trackalicious? Are you using Race Control, the broadcast app? Like, what's your current poison in terms of the different tooling options?
Yeah, we got the ACC Race Control.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really used it a whole lot. I think I've used it like once or twice.
What do you think of it in comparison to, say, the broadcast app or using manual controls?
I would say it's definitely better than manual controls. I'm not too sure about the broadcast app. I know they're pretty similar, but I think there's a few features that Race Control has that the broadcast might not have.
Okay.
But I'm still not experienced enough.
Oh, you'll get there, man. The thing that I love about this is that even with the broadcast tools being kind of clunky because of how Kunos handles it, it's a lot of fun to see the different ways that things are set up and how they all function and what kind of features people bring to the table and stuff. So, but you'll get the hang of it. It all gets easier with time. We've got Blaine is saying, doing my best to get along, but Tesla is making sure it's a minimum of 2 to 3 months between appointments. Ouch. I'm sorry to hear that, man. My friend from karting won the Logitech G Challenge for open wheel. Well, congratulations, Lateral. As a physical therapist, I approve that message. What about? Oh, about being about getting on it as soon as you can, not letting it wait. Orthopedist ordered physical therapy to start December 23rd, and I haven't heard anything yet about it. I just stay on top of them, man. And Gingy's in here cheering on the season finale of the 949 GT Sprint Series. Season 7, folks. We've done 7 of these, Reed. We've done 7 seasons since, I think our first one started in February of 2020. And we went through, COVID like everybody else, spinning this whole community up in the middle of a pandemic. And getting to do, racing in 2020, and then 2021 has been a really good season with four installments of the 949 GT Sprint Series this year. And I believe your first season with us was in the GT4 Sprint Series at the start of this year, right? I think it was around January timeframe. Does that sound about right?
I think so. I think I drove both GT3 and GT4 the first time around, and then the second time around, I think I just did the GT4, and yeah, might have been it.
Vulcan's on top of me. He's like, "There's no video, there's no game audio." I got you covered, Vulcan. Sorry about that. Protocharge Sim Racing or Sim Sport. Leo Monroe in chat. How are you doing? And Morphe is happy to see that we're doing Kyalami for the series finale. Just looking out for you, bud. Well, Vulcan, man, I appreciate you. You're a good man. Luciano Yads in the 99 for Madhouse Racing. He was going into Crowthorne. Now we're on board with Chris McNichol, who's in a close fight right now with Dan Tizarro in Division 2. Just a cheerleader this season? You're no cheerleader. You're no cheerleader. You're an esteemed guest. So you raced in the GT3 and GT4 the season that we had both. The first season that we had both, if I remember correctly. And was that your first time in iRacing doing league stuff, or had you already done leagues elsewhere?
I believe that was the first league I entered, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I just started playing It's pretty new to the game at that point.
And with that, I mean, you got more than a year under your belt now in ACC by now. How has the last year been treating you with having access to online racing and stuff like that? I know for me personally, I've gotten to meet so many good people. I don't know if you've had a similar experience.
Oh yeah, since I've started, I've met a bunch of people, especially I've done a couple in Durrells with the Karumba Bimba guys. I've done a couple with Shane Rees. And then, yeah, I found this community rather early on, and it's been pretty great since then.
Good deal, man. I'm glad you're having fun. That's the thing that everyone in chat should realize, is that this is a good hobby to get out and meet people, especially if you're kind of locked in with nonsense happening outside your door with the pandemic and everything like that. And it's just been a really good experience to have this community, because I feel like everybody has been, on the whole, pretty positive and helping to build the community. And I mean, it definitely shows in our numbers, right? So we've had multiple multi-split seasons, at least 3 this year. We've had multiple formats. Getting to do the 2 splits for season 7 has been a lot of fun. We're just spoiled because we got a lot of good people around us that want to come race with us, and we appreciate it. With that said, Reed, we got less than a minute in free practice. Luke Southall's on top of the timesheets with 140.830. What do the times look like over in Server 2?
Right now, our quickest time is a 142.552.
Interesting. A 42.552 would put him P14. put that individual P14 in the server 1 split. So that is one thing that has also been a lot of fun to watch this season. The different splits have really started to tighten up. And it's good to see people getting on-track experience and working together to get faster and have fun. That said, we just popped into max wait time over in Server 1, so flying laps are going to count, folks. Luke Southall with that 40.83, and Carter Huesca's 0.272 off the pace. We got Southall, Huesca, McKean, McIntosh, and Parimba are your top 5. Matt Parimba being on top of the Division 2 times. Actually, that just changed because Luke Aziz just went second fastest overall. 0.127 off the pace. Again, Luca, like I was telling you guys earlier in the stream, he's definitely, I feel like, the quickest in Division 2. It doesn't show from the standings in terms of the points and stuff like that, but he's been pretty strong all season. What about you, Reed? Who over in Division 1, Division 2 has been particularly strong and someone to watch?
Well, it seems Kevin Blanchette, I believe he won Spa last week.
He did.
For Division 3. And right now, he's the one at the top of the charts with the 142.5.
And he's in the Lexus, right?
Yeah, the 14 Lexus.
Interesting. So, and he started with us. I think only a couple races ago, right? Like I think Spa might have actually been his first, or was it Suzuka?
I think I remember saying his name or seeing his name at Suzuka. But yeah, he is rather new to the season, so he's still towards the bottom of the standings, unfortunately.
Indeed, but man, is he quick. Good to always see the different cast of characters we've seen rotate in and out over the season. Morphe's talking about his quickest here is a 42.1. Well, 42.1, man, that would put you like right at the top of Server 2 or in the bottom quarter of Server 1. So depending on how clean of a racer you are, Morphe, and I hope you're a clean racer, that could determine kind of like where you sit in the split order. Qualifying underway. We do have split qualifying. I think we've got our Division 2 guys out on track right now, and you guys should have your Division 4 boys hitting the track right now.
Yeah, we're about 30 seconds in right now. So no one started their flyer yet. A couple of the Division 4 guys are just on their out lap.
Morphe is saying we don't have normal time zones in the States. That's why he doesn't race with us. I mean, time zones are dumb. What's up, Beltan? How are you doing? Vulcan's upset. You took away Beltan eyes. He's upset. How are you doing, Beltan? Hope work wasn't too rough on you. Glad to see you in chat. Time is a construct. It is. That is actually, yeah. So we got. It looks like we got a good full house getting started here. Over in Server 1, we got 28 people in chat. Good. I can put it back now. Okay. All right. Just trolling him. I get it. 28 in chat hanging out with us. Thank you all so much for joining us for round 8 of the 949 GT Sprint Series doubleheader at Kyalami. In the booth with me, my esteemed colleague, Mr. Reed Aldred, Mr. Shy Guy 98 on Twitch. If you are not following that man, you need to get on the ball. Additionally, for the folks that want a little bit more of the Reed Aldred experience in the commentary booth, be sure and hang out 9:15 Eastern on Trackalicious, twitch.tv/Trackalicious. They're going to have the triple header at Nürburgring to kick off the GT4 season for Trackalicious Sim Racing. ! TSR if you're looking for their Discord information. They're a bunch of good dudes. Just waiting for somebody to get set up here, Reed, to go out on a flyer. I think most people are getting ready to head around right now. I kind of want to tune into somebody like Matt Paremba, who's been pretty quick in the helping of health. Howdy. Will you guys be streaming the Daytona 24-hour race? So that kind of depends. Beltan, are you guys doing Friday night or are you doing Saturday morning for the splits? Because depending on when that is, if you want me to stream it or not, Beltan, I can always turn on my PC and just throw it on watch. Yes, please. Same time slot as us, 11 a.m. Eastern. Oh, you guys are doing 11 a.m. Eastern? Okay. I think I could pull that off. And Reed, you're going to be doing Daytona, right?
Yeah. We're doing the slot that starts at 2200 GMT on Friday, so tomorrow.
Interesting.
Yeah, I believe it starts at like 5 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
At least that's when the free practice and the warm-up's gonna start, and then I probably won't be doing the first. Well, I won't be doing the first 2 stints. I probably won't even be there for the first 2 stints. But after that, I got a couple stints between tomorrow night and Saturday morning, or Saturday afternoon, I guess.
Who are you going to be racing with?
So there's a couple of us. I have honestly never heard of any of them, except one of them is a Joseph Morgan. I don't know if you're in Carbon's or Cardo's Discord server. Yeah, but it's one of the guys from their servers, and then he found a few others. So yeah, we're just going as
wild card team.
Basically, yeah.
Sounds fun, man. I mean, that's how you get to know people. I remember I'd been racing with Beltan a little bit in Project Cars when I got to do the first endurance race with them that I'd ever done in iRacing at Le Mans, and that was a lot of fun. And the rest is history, as they say. In Server 1 right now, we got Dan Tazzaro's got 4/10 on his previous fast time, which is a 1:43.182. He's going to have to do some work if he wants to get into the top of the timesheets. Currently a 1:41.442 is Sean Piner's time for provisional pole. Luca Ziege currently sitting 0.2 of a second off in Server 1. What do the times look like so far for the Division 4 boys?
Well, right now for the Division 4, John Espiritu has taken provisional pole with a 1:43.420.
1:43.420. So the times are starting to come down in Server 1, I think a little bit quicker than it is for you guys over in Server 2. Dan Tazzaro goes 6th fastest, currently 1.3 off the pace. Slotted behind Chris McNichol. So Chris McNichol in a bit of the cat seat in terms of the points. Because the margin in Division 2 between those two is very slim. Matt Paremba's got 4/10 as he goes into Crocodiles. Getting set up to finish his flying lap. We got 3 minutes, 15 seconds in the first half of qualifying. Actually, I think we got more time than that. I think we do... I can't remember if we do 15 minutes for qualifying in the first half.
Yeah, it should be 15.
I think it's 15. So Matt Paremba goes second fastest, 1.28 off the pace. Luca Ziege, though, provisional pole right now with a 41.127. Now, Luke Southall had a 40.8, I think, for free practice. Matt Menning, fourth on the timesheets in the 918 with a 41.725. We got Peter Greaves, Mr. Homeschool Racer on Twitch, getting over COVID-19 and out here on track racing with us. An absolute legend. Be sure and check him out on Twitch. I need to give that man a shout out right now.
Doggo, luckily... Oh, wait. I accidentally pushed my push to talk.
No, you're good. You're good to go. Looking right now at the times, Homeschool's starting to gain some delta. Running the M6 this season, Reed. That seems like a tough car to drive right now. M6 does not seem like it's very meta.
Yeah, I think we've got one over here in split 2. And he's currently he's a little bit back. He's about 7 seconds behind our off pace.
It's a tough car, man. I don't know how you drive a car that long. Like I feel like if you cross the line, like any track that you're on, I feel like if the nose of the car crosses the line, your body is actually leaving the final corner. It just feels like it's so long. Dodges the curb at Cheetah into the Ingwe hairpin. We're going to take a look. He's got 2 tenths. Not going to bust through P7, but is going to improve his time a little bit. 42.442. Luciano Yads in the Madhouse Racing Aston Martin, part of the Canadian crew over at Madhouse. I actually don't see I see Felix, but I don't see Ryan Walker or Kyle Friesen. They might be a scratch for this week. That's unfortunate, but the Madhouse guys are a pretty good bunch. Exclamation point mad in chat if you're looking for their Discord. All right. So Luciano currently 9.373 off the pace, but I think he's about to set a pretty good time as he comes across the line. Shaves a good chunk off of it. Currently still 2.2 off the pace. Yeah, I know, dude. Kyle Friesen is a master. Does look like we've still got some folks out on track trying to put in better times. We're going to hang with Brandon Meyer in the Turn 1 Academy Aston Martin. He's going to be racing in the Daytona 24 as well. In the LMP2, I believe, for Turn 1. Trying to improve his previous best, which is a 41.750. So Reed, with the first race, it's going to start in under 20 minutes. What's the size of the lobby over in Server 2?
Right now it looks like we have about 22 in the lobby at the moment.
Okay. 22 in the lobby. We got 18 over here.
Oh, no, it might be more. Hang on.
I did just start Pitwall for Server 2. I forgot to. That's on me. But pitwall.live is up and running for live timing action for Server 2. Exclamation point Pitwall in either chat to get access.
That's still, it's just 22.
Either way, man, thanks so much to anybody who's participating in the series finale. We appreciate the support. We appreciate everybody taking the time in their week to come race with us and come hang out. It means a lot. We really appreciate it. 1809 in Server 1. Brandon Meyer still trying to improve. He's one of the few that's been out on track for a good chunk of time. He's got 2 tenths as he heads downhill towards Mineshaft right now. Really trying to catch up to Matt Paremba, but there's 5 tenths between them. It does look like he has some time to gain in Sector 3 in particular. But I think he's looking at probably shaving just a hair. Yeah, it looks like he's going to come across the line with maybe 1, maybe 2 tenths. Yep. Sets a 41.550, cuts it down to about 3 tenths, but still settling for 4th on the grid.
the top 3 for Division 4 right now are within a tenth of each other right now.
Interesting. So it's getting pretty tight over there.
Yeah.
Definitely like to see that. Matt Paremba's got 1/10. He's going to try and extend on Brandon Meyer. Already extended a little bit. Two tenths as he goes into Sector 3. In the Helping of Health Audi. I do like the Turn 1 livery. It is a good one, Carbon. You're not wrong. Spoiler on at R8 looks like it has an RGB strip. Yeah, you're saying the spoiler. Okay. I was expecting like some sort of like secret that I'm not supposed to know. Matt does a pretty good job with the liveries. Comes across the line, goes fastest in Division 2. 140.957. Matt Paremba in the 256 jumps to provisional pole as qualifying has 25 seconds left for the Division 2 folks. Looking at the times right now, Sean Piner though, he's got 2/10 as he goes into Cheetah right now. Touches the curb just a little bit. Just brushed it. Just a little bit. Does he have it in the bag as he comes across the line? Goes second fast. It's 600ths of a second between him and Matt Paremba. Looking on track right now. Peter Greaves has got 2/10. He's still at the start of his lap. We're paying attention to Luke Aziz right now, who's lost about a tenth on his fastest time. He's about to enter Sector 3. Then we got Brandon Meyer, Matt Menning, Dan Tazaro, Chris McNichol. So Dan Tazaro did end up getting ahead of Chris McNichol by about 2/10 of a second. Peter Greaves has lost a majority of his delta in Sector 1. That seems to be a tough spot for him. Yeah, looks like Homeschool's got a tough run of things. We got the pro category, the Division 1 guys out on track now. You'd be P7 in Division 2. Well, that's good to hear. That is Division 2 can be pretty sweaty. We got Ryan McIntosh in the Volante Racing Porsche about to head into Cheetah right now. Let's ride on board with Mr. Ryan McIntosh. Mr. Ryan Can't Drive on Twitch. On the brakes at Ingwe. Trying to get set up for a good exit. I have not been checking Ryan's streams lately. Has he been doing a lot of them? Do you know?
I have not a clue. If he has been, it's been like when I've been working or something, because I've not seen him online in a while.
Yeah, Ryan is a lot of fun to watch and is pretty quick in the car. Just now heading into Sunset on a flyer. Shaving some speed off the Porsche as he goes into the fast right-hander. Solid line. What's up, Carbon? Exclamation point, Coach Carbon. Yeah, for those that don't know, we are officially partnered with Cardle Huesca. Cardle Racing School, exclamation point coach in chat. Be sure and check out the CRS Discord and check out his website, cartelracing.com, for all your coaching needs. Going through Mineshaft right now. On the brakes for Crocodiles. He missed the apex by a hair. Like, I mean, there was some space. There was some space there. Oh, getting into the grass there at the end. I think this is going to be a bit of a scrappy lap, but let's see what Ryan gets when he comes across the line. I'm looking at the deltas right now, waiting to see who's going to be. He jumps 8th on the timesheets, currently 8 tenths off the pace with a 41.760. Carter Huesca goes 4th fastest. I'm looking at Joseph Kostovich right now in the 949 Sim Racing Aston Martin. He's got 7 tenths in the bank as he goes into getting ready to enter Cheetah. Cardo did have a strong first lap. I mean, only 0.135 off the pace. And that's a good establishment, too. Probably got temperature, probably put some good load in the tires to get it ready for a flyer. Coasty slots in 11th on the timesheets. Ed Kerstetter's got 6 tenths as he goes into the S's in the 949 Sim Racing 911. What do the times look like so far over in Server 2, Reed?
Well, right now, our top provisional pole driver right now is Kevin Blanchette with a 142.645. And then the next Division 4 or Division 3 driver behind him is about 4.5 tenths, which is Patrick McNichol in P3. And between them is Kenneth Smith, who is Division 4, but he is in P2 right now.
Interesting. So it looks like you guys are shaping up for a pretty good first race in this doubleheader. Ed Kerstetter exiting the Ingwe hairpin right now. He's got 1.5 on his Delta. Comes across the line, slots in 7th fastest. 0.565 off the pace. He's 2 tenths off of Josh McKean. And the person that we're going to watch now as he gets ready to come across the line is Pete Hutchings, currently 1.387 off the pace in the Protocharge SimSport AMG. Looking around, Luke Southall jumped to the top of the timesheets with that 40.810. I think he had either a 40.810 or 40.830 in free practice. So, like Southall's really bringing it in terms of the pace. Oh, wait a minute. Zach Patterson's got some gains. He's got at least a tenth or two going into Sunset right now. The Season 6 champ for Protocharge SimSport in the Porsche. Also races for Yaz Motorsport, part of the HPD program in SRO GT World Challenge America. I'm not seeing Zach's livery, though. That is weird. Wonder why his livery's not showing up. Been showing up every race, I promise, Zach. He's gaining a little bit on him. So Southall, Parimba, Piner, Ziege, and Huesca are the top 5. What are the top 5 currently in Server 2?
Right now, our top 5 is Blanchette, McNichol, Smith, Bruner, and Ramsbottom.
Interesting. And what's the spacing between Ramsbottom and Rees?
They are about 5 positions apart, but only about 2 tenths away apart.
Interesting. So it's really close for those two right now. And that's the fight in Division 3 to watch, folks. If you want to go check out the full screen stream for Server 2, be sure and do !split2 in chat. Reed Aldred, Mr. Shy Guy 98 is going to be doing the broadcasting over there. And they've got a good fight in Division 3 lining up for tonight. And then in Division 4, from about P3, I think it was, to about P9, we've got some pretty close action going on. So be sure and check that out as well. Carter Huesca currently, he lost the tenth or two that he had in Division, or not in Division 2, in Split 2, going into Split 3 with about even delta Only people on track with gains right now, Ed Kerstetter, Josh McKean, Luke Southall looking to extend by about a tenth or two. Best lap for Luke Southall is a 40.582, Reed. Like
That's insane.
He's on the verge of he's on the verge of touching 39s. I'm telling you. The man's quick. Cardo going into Sector 3. He's lost 3/10. It's been real scrappy lap for Coach. Josh McKean's got 1/10. He's trying to... He does leapfrog both Ed Kerstetter and Cardo Huesca. Ed Kerstetter goes to the pit. Zach Patterson's got 2/10, but actually the person to watch right now is Ryan McIntosh. He's got a second as he comes across the line and jumps second on the timesheets. 0.205 off the pace. Sakame's in chat. How are you doing, Trevor?
Hello!
What are we doing with the gains are starting to kind of get... Everybody's kind of like sitting on their previous bests. Like, I think Nick is the only one right now that's got real positive delta on track. Two tenths. I wonder if Nick's suffering from a little bit of that balance that hit the Maka. So have you played around much with 1.8.10, Reed? Have you seen how it's affected the Maka at all?
I haven't played around with it too much, and I haven't really driven the McLaren probably post 1.8.
Interesting. I think that I'm really interested to find out like how the balance like hit the Maka and the M4 in particular. Gonzalez did come across the line with a little bit of gains, but nothing that could leapfrog Ed Kerstetter. Right now, I'm just looking to see, is there anybody else out there that's got some gains? Cardo comes across the line. He's going to take another crack at it. Still got 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Sakame, I'm doing pretty good. Reed, how are you doing? You doing pretty good?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Good deal. We're doing all right. We got 2 races for you tonight, Sakame. This is the 949 GT Sprint Series finale at Kyalami, doubleheader. If you're looking for Shy Guy's stream, be sure and do !split2 in chat. He's going to be doing the second stream over on 949 Sim Racing 1. And Sakame, and there's more. If you want even more Shy Guy 98, be sure and tune into the Tracklicious Sim Racing channel on Twitch for the triple header at Nürburgring. First round of their GT4 title. Is it a title decider? There is only 10 points between Luke Southall, who is provisional pole with a 40.517, and where is Josh McKean at? Josh McKean is currently down in 7th. Josh McKean has 10 points on Southall, but Southall right now is a pretty quick boy on track. In terms of the third place battle, Ed Kerstetter does have a sizable gap on Pete Hutchings by about 7/10. But again, we got 2 points paying races tonight. Over in Division 2, Sean Piner's got a pretty solid lock on it. Luke Aziz, or Kylo, he's in 6th overall right now, but 3rd in Division 2. I think he's probably going to hang on to 2nd. The fight to watch in Division 2 is between Dan Tizarro and Chris McNichol, who are only separated right now by 2/10. And then over in Division 3, we got some action against Sam Ramsbottom and Shane Rees. And we got close battles pretty much throughout all of the divisions right now. And you're still in the Sim Racing GP community, I'm pretty sure. So you could probably click over into the standings and take a look too if you're at all interested. We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in qualifying. Let's take a look. Zach Patterson has a 10th as he comes across the line. 41.412. Gets a little bit closer to Ed Kerstetter, but still sitting 11th. Felix Tvinsva in the 819 goes third fastest, currently .388 off the pace, a 40.905. Now that's probably going to invalidate his lap, because that was a very deep exit into Crocodiles. So, Reed, with a doubleheader race tonight at Kyalami, so it's going to be a shorter race, shorter races for the unit of competition. But what sort of action do you think what do you think Kyalami is going to bring to the table in just a 30-minute sprint race? Anything in particular that you find interesting about Kyalami in short sprints?
I just find it's a very fun track to drive and an even better one to watch. There's always action on the track, especially when some drivers try to be bold and go too wide around Cheetah, which could definitely have to trust the guy you're fighting to go around that too wide, because one small mistake can ruin one or both of your races. And with a 30-minute sprint race, you don't have that time to recover if something bad happens.
Yeah, it is going to be high risk, high reward, but things don't pan out for you, it's going to be a rough recovery. Luke Southall, currently sitting on even delta, put in a 40.632 last lap. He's trying to extend. I'm looking right now to find anybody who's got some positive gains going into the last few seconds. We've got Coasty just lost all of his delta going into Cheetah. And I think he's just going to have to settle for 13th. Currently 1.075. Look at that spread, though, guys. 2.1 seconds between first and 19th. I think it's going to be pretty good. Max wait time flying laps do count. We've only got five cars on track. Southall, McIntosh, McKean, Hutchings. Coasty did come across the line, so he's going to checkered flag. Just waiting to see who's going to be the person to come across the line and set that pole position time. Southall gets all over the curb at Cheetah. Full commitment. Vaticus, we're in qualifying right now, and it's about to wrap up, and we'll switch over to the race here in a minute. Pole position, Luke Southall. Ryan McIntosh has got negative delta. He just puts it in the wall.
I blame it on you.
So that is qualifying, folks. What did qualifying look like over in Server 2, Reed?
Yes, it's coffee time.
We're just finishing up.
Coffee.
With a couple of flyers.
Java, yes.
We still got Shane Rees and Kevin Blanchette, but Kevin Blanchette is still sitting pole, and the only one who can take that away from him right now is Shane Rees. Currently sitting P10, kind of out of place, but he has been focusing a lot of this week towards iRacing.
Yeah, I know. I feel like a lot of the drivers have probably not put in the same amount of time they would normally for a 949 race, because with the 24 hours of Daytona going to happen, I think that's what people have been spending most of their time on. Looks like we are getting ready to go racing. First one at Kyalami. I'm not sure, Reed, if you're going to go on mute. If you do, sir, I hope you have a good race. I'm going to take everybody through this this grid walk real quick while we get ready for the racer. If I don't talk to you again, sir, I hope you have a good one.
Yeah, I'll should have do we have like a wait period between races? It doesn't look like it.
I'm not sure.
I think just the 5 for the session start time, and that's probably about it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So if I don't see you until the end of the doubleheader, I hope you have 2 good races, man.
You as well.
All right, let's take a look at this field for the race that's about to start. A doubleheader at Kyalami. It's a track that everybody in the community, I think, really has a soft spot for. I know I do. It's a really good track. It's not in my top 3, but it is a very good track. On pole position, man, we've got Luke Southall in the number 3 for Protocharged Sim Sport. He has been very quick and really brought some strong performances in that Ferrari, especially at Spa. Was on another level at Spa. Ryan McIntosh, he's been absent for last couple rounds, but he's back with us for the finale in the number 15 for Volante Racing, a very quick Porsche driver, definitely someone to be feared on track. Felix Tavinsva-Hacker in the 819 for Madhouse Academy. He's on the second row of the grid alongside Matt Paremba in a helping of health. He's in the Audi, the top Division 2 spot in qualifying. Ed Kerstetter with 949 in the Porsche 911. He's alongside Sean Piner for Crazy Rabbits Racing, who is also in the 911. Let's take a look further down the grid now. We've got Luke Aziz, usually in the Coach Anna Academy Porsche. Don't know what team he's repping this week, but Kylo, he's a pretty quick one. He's 7th on the grid alongside Cardo Huesca, Coach Cardo, who's in the number 6 Audi for CRS. We got Josh McKean with Protocharged Sim Sport, the current Division 1 leader. 10 points separates Josh McKean and Luke Southall in the championship right now. Nick Gonzalez in the 113 for Protocharged Sim Sport, 10th on the grid. And then we've got Zach Patterson, the Season 6 champ in the 192, 11th on the grid alongside Brandon Meyer in the Turn 1 Academy, Aston Martin. We got Joseph Kostovich in the 240 for 949 Sim Racing in the Aston Martin. Matt Menning, Division 2, really strong performer in the 918 Aston Martin. Pete Hutchings in the Protocharged Sim Sport 2015 AMG, car 44 on track alongside Dan Tazaro in the Turn 1 Reaction Phase, Sakame. Car 420 on track. Chris McNichol in the 32 for Scrubs Go Racing, Ravens Reptiles. He's in the Acura P17 on the grid, going to try and take the fight to Dan, see if he can do something about taking that 3rd spot in Division 2. Mr. Homeschool Racer in the 555 for Protocharged Sim Sport, 18th on the grid, and Luciano Yads in the 99 for Madhouse Academy is 19th on the grid, and those are your 19 cars for the series finale at Kyalami. We got race 1 about to start here in 35 seconds. Matt, how's it going? Ryan, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, sir. Glad to see you in the lobby with us tonight, man. Real quick, before we get too far down the road with this race, I just want to take a moment to recognize everybody that's on the grid in both servers right now. Let me pull up the grid for both servers real quick. I want to take a look at this. So we've got 20 some odd racers, I think, in server 2. Let me check real quick, actually. We have 23 in server 2. We have 19 in server 1. Nord's Man, is it Nordsman Pity? Or Nordsman Party? Thank you so much for the follow. Either way, you're decent. Well, man, I hope you have a good race, dude. Thanks for coming to race with us for the series finale. Really appreciate it, dude. Big thank you to everybody who participated this season, everybody who watched. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have really enjoyed watching these boys and girls duke it out every Thursday night. What's up, Har? How's it going, dude? It means a lot that everybody has been here with us since the beginning. This is our 7th season doing this, and we're really excited to see what the future holds. But big thanks to everybody who participated and everybody who watched at home. You guys are awesome. Also, a big shout out to the 3 guys behind the scenes who, without their help, Season 7 probably wouldn't have been possible. I'm talking about Matt Paremba, Matt Bergen, and Chris PK. Big thanks to them stepping up and helping us with back-end support this season. It really took a lot of the strain and the stress off of me, Coasty, and Beltian. Nordsman, Charlie. Oh, the Republic of Panama. Okay. Good deal, man. Oh, thank you. We're on the formation lap here. Round 8. The doubleheader at Kyalami. 2 points paying races. We got good close fights up and down the grid in all 4 divisions. Right now we're on board with the pole position top time. Luke Southall Proto Charge Simsport. He has been pretty quick today in that Ferrari. It's going to be pretty wild. So we got Har in chat. How are you doing, sir? Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Looks like everybody's gridding up. Actually, real quick, I wonder if I have time. Real quick, sorry about this, folks. Sorry about that. Had to get set up for adminning. Rolling to the control line. We're about to go green. And we're underway. Getting set up on entry into Crowthorne. Looks like the Porsche did get the jump. Into Crowthorne they go. Here, actually, I'll keep that out of the way for the start of the race. Close fighting as we get ready to go into barbecue. Looks like there's a little bit of door banging, but I'm not seeing anything that really gives me an indicator that people are jockeying too hard for position and knocking each other off track. Looks like one of the Porsches, I think that's Luca Ziege around the outside. Going to have to slot in behind Matt Paremba. So it does look like Ryan McIntosh gets a heck of a start in the Volante Racing Porsche 911. Let's actually get a rear camera shot of Ryan McIntosh on approach to the look-up hairpin. Or excuse me, the Leo Cup. That's Lion's Head. Weza S.A. explained to me that Lion's Head is one of the tallest mountain points in Johannesburg, and that's what the corner is actually named after. Going through mine shaft for the first time. We got McIntosh. Oh, we're looking. I'm seeing one. I think that's Zach Patterson tumbling down the order. Not sure what happened there. Hopefully that's not race ending. Lucas Ziege, Ed Kerstetter into the first corner. We got Felix Tavinsva and Matt Paremba duking it out as they go into Crowthorne, into Juxay Sweep right now on setup for barbecue. Man, the Porsche just had the launch out of turn 1 on the Audi. Just a distinct advantage that Felix had on Matt Paremba. On board with Ed Kerstetter as he's trying to chase down Lucas Ziege into the S's. So Ryan McIntosh has opened that lead up to about 4/10, almost 5/10 right now. So it's McIntosh, Southall, Hacker, Paremba, Ziege. Patterson dropped. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I believe there was some contact. Not too sure. I see Zach Patterson still on yeah, he dropped positions. Okay. I thought you said he dropped out of the race. I was about to say that's unfortunate. Does look like there is a bit of a race forming here at the front. Southall is starting to take the fight to McIntosh, and Felix Tavinsva and Matt Paremba are not that far behind. So we still do have a pretty tight field all the way back to P6. And then it's about 3.7 seconds between Kerstetter and Menning in the 918 Aston Martin. From the Dash Pro Cam of the 819 Madhouse Academy Porsche of Felix Tavinsva Hacker. Yeah, I think there was contact. I did see it show up on the app a little bit. If you guys are looking for live timing, it will also tell you when there's accidents and stuff on track. Be sure and check out Pitwall, !Pitwall in chat for live timing. Into Leo Cup. So it's 5:26 p.m. on track, 33 degrees. It's a sprint race, so we don't have mandatory pit stops or anything like that in the on offer. On approach to Crocodiles. Felix gaining a little bit on Paremba, but Paremba's actually starting to build up some pace. Chris McNichol, 14th on the grid, trying to catch Dan Tesaro. He's got to get around Luciano Yads, and we've got Zach Patterson right behind him, 2 tenths back. Action over in Server 2 seems like it's getting hot. We got one of the Crazy Rabbits Racing. I believe that is Chemosith duking it out with a Maka. I can't see who that is, though. Look at that shot. ACC engine just bringing it home. There's just a completely different animal when it comes to GT racing, and a very, very pretty engine. McIntosh with the fastest lap of the race, a 41.590. Southall's keeping him in touch, though. 2 tenths between them. From the bonnet cam, Zach Patterson in the 991 Mark I GT3. We got some big action happening over in Server 2. !Split 2 if you're looking for the full screen stream for Split 2. Mr. Shy Guy 98's doing commentary over there, and it looks like it is getting spicy. Checking in right now. Matt Paremba, Felix Tavinsva, Lucas Ziege, and Ed Kerstetter just duking it out, trying to find out who's going to end up P3 in this race. We got 23 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first race of the night for 949 GT Sprint Series, the doubleheader at Kyalami to wrap the season up. It's been a good one. Season 7's been pretty good. Dan Tesaro, Pete Hutchings duking it out. Dan Tesaro in the turn 1 reaction phase, Aston Martin on track. Let's actually look at this from Hutch's perspective, though. In the old AMG. Just hustling the car. That's what Hutch does, man. He hustles the car more than anyone I've seen. But at the same time, too, he hustles the car. But I don't know. There are only a few people that I feel like can really really manage tires and really manage a long run strat better than Hutch. So it's kind of wild. It's this weird juxtaposition where you got somebody who really hustles the car about, but at the same time can really, really maximize pace in the car over like a long stint. Can hit his marks, can hit his times. Hutch does play the long game. He plays it well too. Dominated at Suzuka, man. On the wet strategy. Just giga brain. Just how are you doing tonight, Vulcan? Do you have any racing going on this weekend? I know a lot of people are doing Daytona. I know you don't do iRacing, so I didn't know if you had like an ACC event or anything that was going on this weekend. We're on board with Ryan right now, who is in a scrap with Southall. We got good action up and down the order right now. Unless you're forgetting something. Well, I hope you're not forgetting something. So it's been pretty clean so far. There's some early shenanigans. Knocked Patterson, Cardo, a few others down the order. Three tenths between Southall and McIntosh right now. Definitely the closest fight on track to watch. Ooh. That was a moment. McIntosh on the outside at Ingwe. Southall really pushing it now. So did the Porsche get the exit that it needed to go down into Crowthorne? It gets really good launch out of the low-speed corners into Crowthorne. Paremba, man, for a second there, I thought Paremba was about to dive it. I really thought he was about to dive it. Porsche goes a little wide. Wow. hard springing the trap. It's a trap. I'm endangered. Let's check in with Kerstetter. Kerstetter, Ziege, and Felix Tavinsva. Ooh, looks like the 401, I believe that was, or excuse me, the 404. Who's in the 404? Oh, that's Jay Rowley. In the Maka. That car looks like it took a pound. Look at the wheel. The front right is just jammed in the well. That is super unfortunate. I wonder if there was the way he stopped, slowed down and stopped. I wonder if there was like a technical problem. So Southall does get the move done on McIntosh. McIntosh seems to be dropping back a little bit in terms of pace. Be sure and check out Shy Guy now. Over on split 2. 18 minutes left in race number 1 of the 949 GT Sprint Series round 8 at Kyalami. Southall, McIntosh, Paremba, Tavinsva, Ziege. That's your top 5. Sean Piner is back in 15th overall. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in Division 2. I think from a mathematic perspective, I think that's still enough to stay in front of Ziege. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. See how the points pay out. See how it all works out. Man, you could see the back end of the Volante Racing Porsche trying to step out at sunset. But if there's anybody that can figure out how to drive a Porsche when it's on the limit, that is going to be Mr. Ryan McIntosh. Joseph Kostovich trying to pull away from Mike Menning in the 918 Aston Martin. So we got Aston's duking it out. Zach Patterson getting around Pete Hutchings. There's Pete Hutchings, Ricardo Huesca. That is not where Cardo wants to be, man. Like, he's trying to catch Patterson in the championship, and I guarantee you Pete Hutchings is playing rear gunner right now. Trying to make that AMG enormous. Feels like a real car. I hear you, man. I hear you. It's rough. Let's check in from Cardo's perspective. He's in the draft. He does have the inside line going into turn one. Is he going to try and dive it? Under braking. They're racing each other hard. Exclamation point coach in chat. CardoRacing.com. Cardo Racing School. Be sure and check out Coach Cardo's Discord server. He's got some cool dudes in there that like to hang out, and it's a good community. If you're new to sim racing and you're trying to get some guidance on your sim racing journey and stuff like that, be sure and check them out. They're good dudes. Let's jump over now to... This is the closest fight, so we're going to hang with it for a little bit longer. Into Leo Cup. He's wide on the exit, but he can slide into the draft, maybe make a move on the inside at Crocodiles. Let's find out. He moves over to the outside. Round the outside at Crocodiles. I don't think that move's gonna work. Ends up going wide. It's a tough fight. It's a tough fight to get around Hutch. Hutch can defend very well. And Cardo is oh no. Oh man. Whew, that was so close. I saw the rear start to break loose on the Audi. Even with the fighting, Patterson is not really skating off into the distance. There's about 1.3 between Hutch and Patterson. Let's go jump around now and take a look at the battle between Poremba and Tavinsva on track. And this is for third, and they're keeping in touch with Ryan McIntosh, who's .589 back right now. So a good close scrap between these two. Kerstetter did find his way around Ziege. Southall in the lead of this race currently after 9 laps, .589 between them. Into Crocodiles. McIntosh sliding through the corners, man, but keeps the Volante Racing Porsche pinned down. It's not getting away from him. Not getting away from him at all. Not even a little bit. Let's take a look at the battle from Felix's perspective as they get ready to go into turn one. Ooh, Felix makes his way around Poremba into Crowthorne. And Felix is getting a little sketch. Same deal with Poremba, looks like. Exit out of club, or not clubhouse, but barbecue into Sunset side by side. Wow, okay. Let's go check this out because it's about to get spicy. Matt Poremba on the inside into Clubhouse Bend is going to make his way around Ryan McIntosh. got some good hard racing happening on track. Just looking at the fights on track, we got 3/10 between McIntosh and Paremba. Man, he closes in on the Audi so fast. The Porsche brakes just still so good. Kerstetter's 4/10 back from Tvinsva. Then we got battles within a second between Menning, Kostovic, Tazaro, Patterson, Hutchings, and Tazaro. Carl Huesca's 3/10 back. Piner's 6/10 back. 11 minutes, 3 seconds left. The temperature has dropped by about 2 degrees as it's 5:55 on track. The afternoon sun, well, fast approaching the evening sun. So it probably will be a night race for the next one. Let's go hop back into... Does look like Cardo has dropped behind Piner. Felix and Kerstetter going at it. The battle for 4th place. Oh, it looks like actually McIntosh has dropped back again into Leo Cup. Kerstetter sneaks up the inside as they start to head downhill now. So it's Kerstetter and McIntosh side by side going down mineshaft on approach to Crocodiles. On the brakes, man. What a fight to watch, man. Kerstetter does make his way around. The order has been kind of like cycling around a bit. Brandon Meyer and Chris McNichol. Chris McNichol going into the grass downhill at mineshaft. Wonder if he's dealing with some damage on the Honda. Not sure. Into Cheetah. It just looks like he can't get the car to turn in. Into Ingwe now. Honda has been a struggle post 1.8. A struggle. Lucas Zige finds his way around Ryan McIntosh as they go into Sunset. Oh, the big slide. Catches it, though. Man, I don't know how Ryan does that. I just don't... I wish I were that good, you know? Dan Tazaro in the turn 1 reaction phase. Aston Martin trying to hold off Pete Hutchings and Sean Piner. Currently sitting in 12th. Has a pretty decent chunk on... oh, no, it looks like we lost Chris McNichol. Yeah, it looks like he either had a disconnect or something happened. That's unfortunate. So we got Peter Greaves, Zach Patterson, Dan Tazaro, Pete Hutchings, Sean Piner, Cardo Huesca, Nick Gonzalez. That's a pretty tight battle we got going back there. Starting from P10 on back. As a wide exit out of Ingwe for Dan Tazaro. Probably didn't give him the launch that he needed. Might give Hutchings and Piner an opportunity to catch up to him before they get into Crowthorne. Under braking at Crowthorne. Can't tell. Looks like Zach might have made the move on the inside. He did. Going through Juxay into Barbecue now. He's going to try and put some distance between him and Dan Tazaro. I wonder if Peter Greaves is going to be running some tail gunner support. Six minutes, 50 seconds left in race number 1. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. This is 949 GT Sprint Series Round 8 at Kyalami. We got a doubleheader. So we will have another 30-minute race after this one. I just saw somebody else drop out. Oh, was it Macintosh? Oh, no. That's unfortunate. That's a bummer. I'm going to miss you guys. I know, Rai-chan.
Why? Why?
So Luke Southall, 4.3 ahead of Matt Poremba. Matt Poremba, though, has got a fight on his hands with Felix Tavinsva, who is not letting go. Do want to take a moment to remind you all that we will be throwing it over to Trackalicious Sim Racing after this one. They have their triple header round 1 of their GT4 series tonight at 9:15 Eastern. So we'll be sending it over that way after this race. Well, after the second race, I should say. We got a real tight battle going on for second on the grid. It should be !TSR for the Discord. I need to actually add their Twitch. I should add their Twitch to that command as well, so that people can find it. But we're gonna send it over. We'll do a host or a raid at the end of this stream and at the end of Shy Guy's stream over on 949 Sim Racing 1. Ooh, it's getting spicy between the Porsches. Let's jump on Ed Kerstetter's dash cam. Take a look at the fight between him and Felix Tavinsva. We've lost 2 in server 1, but it looks like everybody in server 2 is still going at it. 23 drivers, man, over in server 2. That is wild. Ed Kerstetter trying to push the car through barbecue. Let's see what he can do in the sunset. Going to shave off a little bit of speed. Maybe hope that Felix pushed a little too hard. And he does go off track a little bit to the left as they go into Clubhouse. Now, the thing is, he doesn't really have a good passing opportunity until they get to the Leo Cup hairpin. So it's just kind of like, make sure you get a good exit out of the S's. That's the critical piece. Oof, we gotta go take a look at this. I'm sorry, folks. We gotta go check this out. Carter Huesca, Pete Hutchings, side by side. Is that Viet AB? Thanks so much for the follow, man. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching round 8 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. It's a doubleheader at Kyalami. Cardo gets the pass done on Pete Hutchings. Hutch did a massive defend, though. Seriously. Made that AMG about four cars wide. That was wild, dude. Ed Kerstetter is glued to Felix Tavinsva's rear end as they head towards turn 1. Sets up on the inside. Felix moves over. That was a bit of a fade. That was a cheeky fade, but on approach to sunset. Matt Poremba has just been quick in the Audi around here. Has been a good race for him in terms of pace. Really good representation of some good pace. Looking through the field. Let's jump on board with Cardo Huesca as he's trying to find his way around Felix. Or not Felix, he's trying to find his way around Dan Tazaro on the reaction phase Aston Martin and Peter Greaves in the 555 BMW M6. It's probably not often that Tazaro races against an M6. Usually he's racing in the M6. They go into Leo Cup. And now the blast downhill. So he's in the draft already of Tazaro on corner exit. Is he just going to try and follow the draft of whoever has the fastest line into Crocodiles? We're about to find out. Drive-through penalty for car 918, Mike Menning. That is a, in a 30-minute sprint race, that is a race ender. Under braking into Ingwe. Sean Piner trying to sneak it up the inside. So Tazaro, Huesca get around Homeschool, and Piner's trying to throw it up the inside at Ingwe. Let's tune into Homeschool's perspective. He does end up getting out in front of the Crazy Rabbits Racing Porsche, going into Crowthorne. And we are seconds from the end of this race. This is some spicy action. That said, I think we are going to have to throw it over to the leader for the last few corners. Downhill now towards Crowthorne. Fastest man on track. Well, actually, no, he did not have the fast lap. That was still Ryan McIntosh with a 41.067. But significant pace, significant performance from Luke Southall. Exiting the Ingwe hairpin right now and heading across the line. Takes the win in the first race of the night at Kyalami. Matt Poremba is behind Joseph Kostovich. Oh, Matt Poremba. Oh, they must have gotten tangled together. So Felix takes second, Lucas Ziege third, Kerstetter fourth, McKean, Kostovich, Poremba, Patterson. Menning's going to come across the line, but he had a drive-through to serve. Tazaro, Huesca, Greaves, Piner, Hutchings, Nick Gonzalez, Brandon Meyer, Luciano Yads. That is the 17 that take the checkers at Kyalami in the first race. Let's pull up the timesheets. Race number 1 out of the way. Luke Southall showing up and taking some points. Good recovery from Coach Carter. You're not wrong. Stone last to 10th. That's at least 9 spots. So Southall, Tavinsva, Ziege, Kerstetter, McKean are your top 5. So McKean and Southall, with that point spread between those two, Southall probably will jump ahead of him, I think, in the points mathematically. So it's really going to come down to the last race for Southall and McKean. So this is a cool-down period before we jump into the second race. If I'm taking a look over in Server 2, it looks like Blanchette, McNichol, Rees, Moffitt, Pennycook are the top finishers in Server 2. Yep, same qualifying for race 2. Unfortunately, we don't have anything like reverse grid or anything in ACC. It's really just like 2 sprint races. People basically get a second bite of the apple with the same qualifying order. So qualifying for the doubleheaders means like a lot because it sets the grid for 2 points paying races. It's kind of a big deal. I wish they'd give us reverse grids in ACC. That would be really awesome, I think. We're just waiting for the session to switch over. So we're going to take a quick moment, everybody, and be sure to remind you that we do have our partner organization, Tracklicious Sim Racing, does have a triple header first round at Nürburgring after the second race. It does take admin work with the entry list. It's tricky. It's tricky. I'd like to figure out how to do it, but the thing is we wouldn't be able to use like Sim Racing GP for that, which is unfortunate because that's kind of like what I'd like. I really like the back-end support that we get from SRGP. Grid is set for race number 2, Southall, Tvinsva, Paremba, Kerstetter, Piner, Ziege, Huesca, McKean, Nick Gonzalez, Zach Patterson, Brandon Meyer, Joseph Kostovich. We've got, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Mike Menning, Pete Hutchings, Dan Tesoro, Peter Greaves, and Luciano Yad's going to take the grid for the second race. Well, we know how to edit a server, Morphe. The main thing is it's just that when we get to race day from an operational side, like we have like very limited in terms of resources. Basically, we would need somebody that gets the entry list output to immediately calculate the reverse grid for the next race, but get the server set up with the new entry list before it fires. So that's just the thing that's like, we haven't figured out how to put that many bowling pins in the air yet. You can edit track lists in our EGS stuff, but you can't do it for Sim Racing GP. You could, so what you could do is if you got the entry list from the first race, I don't think you can insert a JSON into SRGP for the second race. So you would have to manually add everyone in to the entry list for the second race using the SRGP interface, which is kind of like that's a, I wouldn't ask that for anybody because that's like highly manual, very easy to make mistakes. And, you know, if somebody like finished in a particular grid position, and then the reverse grid got goofed up or something because of a manual error, I just feel bad. So we don't do it. 3 minutes in session start time. They got to get their fuel, tire pressures, and everything set up because this one's going to be a little bit darker on track for the second race. Getting close to those evening times. Looks like over in server 2, they're getting gridded up as well. We're going to sit here for a minute before we get the drive done.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. You know, I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine.
Appreciate
you ain't
it, man.
first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about? That phrase is trademark, not to be used outside the position of Ricky Bobby.
They're trying to automate the reverse grid stuff? Yeah. The World Rally family folks, thank you so much for joining us. You're watching round 8 of the 949 GT Sprint Series. It's the series finale, second race of the night. We had a race 1, Luke Southall. What a finish. Let's actually switch over real quick. I'll give you guys a brief snapshot. Southall to Vinsva Hacker, Luca Ziege, Ed Kerstetter, Josh McKean, Joseph Kostovich were the top 6. In terms of the points payouts, Luca Ziege finishing first in Division 2. Sean Piner finishing, I believe that's P6 in Division 2. But I think mathematically, Piner's still going to have a pretty comfortable lead. Southall, in the meantime, I think might have scored enough points with him finishing first, Josh McKean finishing 5th, to potentially jump McKean going into this last race. So it's really tight between those two. Dan Tizarro did build up a bit of a points gap on Chris McNichol. Looking right now. Bloodorn, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Got a bunch of new friends that came over from the AMS2 lobbies. That you were doing today. Built them up, so they got high expectations. Well, I hope we live up to them. Go ahead and say hi to everybody who came in and joined us. How's it going? I'm Whelp Cakes. You're watching 949 Sim Racing Community. Bulldog, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Let's get switched over. Punch the drive button. Luke Southall on pole position. Again, pole is so important in the doubleheader race because it sets the grid for both races. We got two. Oh yeah, forgot to say. For the folks that just joined us from World Rally Family, we do have two races happening at the same time. If you're looking for the full screen stream for Split 2, ! Split 2 in chat. My colleague, Mr. Reed Aldred, Mr. Shy Guy 98 on Twitch is doing broadcasting over there for race number 2. And we've got a little bit of time before he actually goes live with Trackalicious to do the GT4 triple header at Nürburgring. All right, we're rolling around, getting ready for race number 2. The Porsche 911 had a really good launch at the start of the race because Ryan McIntosh took a pretty commanding lead at the start of the race, but then the Porsche, the pace of it just fell off in comparison to the 488. Paremba has been super quick in the Audi. The Helping of Health 256 has been pretty fast around here. He's going to want to take another shot at Felix Tvensva. Sean Piner is starting the race ahead of Luke Aziz. He's going to want to try and score some good points, make sure he can maintain that gap between Luca. Some of these cats might be interested in your public races. Is that still on Wednesdays? That is true. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel. We usually do open lobby racing. For the folks that are looking for live telemetry, be sure and check out our live telemetry on pitwall.live, ! Pitwall in chat. It's a free service. You don't have to have an account or pay for it to get the live timing data. They do have free account packages as well as a Lite and Pro package that you can use for live timing data. (7:15 p.m. on track, 26 degrees. It is about that time. It's up to the control line. Last race of the season. Second half of the 949 GT Sprint Series Round 8 at Kyalami, and Luke Southall gets a slow start. Felix Tavinsva takes the lead. Matt Paremba around the outside, but Luke Southall's got the inside line into Crowthorne. Matt's leaving him some space. Ed Kerstetter and Sean Piner both get really good exits. The Porsche gang in P4, 5, and 6 are just on a charge. Cardo Huesca gets a better start this time. Looks like he's getting through barbecue with minimal drama. Let's jump on board with, let's take a look. Who do we got on track duking it out? Let's actually go from Josh McKean's perspective, because it looks like there is a pretty close battle between him and Cardo Huesca right now. He's on the inside line going into the S's for the first time. Cold tires are going to be very tricky with 26 degrees on track. It's 7:19 p.m. Cold tires and graining are the worst in ACC, the absolute worst. Matt Paremba losing ground to Luke Southall, but holding off Ed Kerstetter right now in the 949 Sim Racing Porsche into Crocodiles for the first time. For those that don't know about Kyalami, it's a very interesting track. The turn complexes are very, very tricky. Southall's starting to pull a bit of a gap now. Piner on the outside, Cardo Huesca. Cardo's got the inside line on Sean. Going into Crowthorne. Turn 1. Now blasting downhill real quick. Got a fast right-hander at Juxay Sweep. On approach now. He's got the inside line into Barbecue. Gets a little bit of a tap from Sean. Didn't have anywhere to go, though. He had Lucas Ziege in front of him. If he'd tried to push it too deep, he would have just basically barreled into the 911 of Lucas Ziege. Good tight racing on track. Cardo and Piner giving each other nice hard racing. Now Zach Patterson's in the draft of Piner as they go into the lookup hairpin. This is the fight to watch right now. This is the closest. These are the closest 3 cars on track. Downhill now into Mineshaft. On approach to the right-hander at Crocodiles, which is a very awkward right-hander because it basically falls away to the left side of the track as you start to go downhill. And then immediately back uphill. They touch going into Cheetah. Cardo lost some time. That gives Zach Patterson an opportunity on the inside at Ingwe. Look at how tight this is. On board with the 240 of Joseph Kostovich. Cardo does the inside line into turn 1 on Piner and gets it done. Commander Rakusai, thanks for stopping by, man. Glad you enjoyed the start of the race. One of the best tracks in ACC, if not the best. Cardo's struggling in turn 5. He is, but I think he's starting to take the fight to Sean. Sean's no slouch, though. Great track, never played it before, ACC, but now you love it. Good to hear, Nate. For the folks in the 949 chat, if you're a fan of Automobilista 2 or you're a fan of Dirt Rally 2, you should definitely check out World Rally Family. Mr. Nathaniel Tragic. Very positive streaming experience. Also does some racing with the dudes from Barrel Rollers. So Tavinsva takes the lead of the race at the start and has basically not looked back. 1.8 seconds between him and Luke Southall. Right now we're watching Sean Piner in a scrap with Zach Patterson, the Season 6 champ. Let's take a look at Josh McKean, though, because McKean has got... Or no, that's Gonzalez. McKean's up in 4th. McKean's up in 4th. He's 4/10 back from Kerstetter. McKean needs to make up some ground. Probably needs to pass Southall if he wants to hang on to the championship. Still one of the best sim tracks of all on all sims. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's not my top 3, but my top 3 are most people would say my top 3 are stupid. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's harsh. My top 3 are Suzuka, Zolder, and Misano. Those are my top 3 tracks. McKean is really giving Kerstetter a fight. On board from Kerstetter's perspective. Over in Server 2, Kyle Sisko, Mr. Colehawks on Twitch TV in the 444 for turn 1. Taking the Lexus into Sunset. That's such a beautiful car. Bumps are really accurate. Ooh, Ed Kerstetter's got a little bit of trouble on the inside, but he does manage to cover off McKean. He's got to take it through Cheetah. Always stressful through Cheetah. Facepalm. Why the facepalm, Carter? Let's jump back through the field now. Pete Hutchings and Mike Menning. Well, they were going at it. That field is that gap is now opened up a lot. Oh, you were judging me for Zolder and Misano? So the reason why I like both of those tracks, the reason why I like Suzuka as well, even though Suzuka is a very long lap, I feel like those 3 tracks in particular are very technical in nature. Like, they're not just straight up power circuits. Like, Misano is not straight up a power circuit. It does have a really long section into Curvone and Curva del Caro at the very end, but it is not as simple as a power circuit. Variante del Parco, Curva del Rio, those are very interesting technical parts of Misano. At Zolder, you've got turn 1 through 4 is just brilliant. Like Erst, what is it? Sternwacht into Canal, and then you've got Lucien Bianchi, and then the fast straight down to the first chicane at Klein. Just brilliant complex of corners, man. I mean, I think they're pretty similar. I think that's a fair assessment. I think that's a fair assessment. I like Misano more because for me, I do like the difference between the Mistral straight, like the feeling that the cars get and lose over the length of a long race. I'll put it to you this way. I feel like Misano is a better sprint track than Paul Ricard, but Paul Ricard is a better endurance version of the same thing. Turn 3, 4, and 5 are like a Japanese poem, very delicate. Well said. Don't disagree at all. So Dan Tazaro in the 420, duking it out with Peter Greaves. Matt Paremba fell all the way down to the back of the field. That is unfortunate for Matt. I mean, endurance is good. I'm not gonna say which one's better. I feel like me personally, now that I don't endurance race as much, and it's gonna be a while before I get back to it, I feel like I've learned to love sprint racing again. Because it definitely forces you into racecraft. Endurance events, you can kind of hang on to your pace, like set your numbers. Oh no, Tezaro's in the wall. Was that contact between him and Peter Greaves? I don't see contact between them, but I do see contact between the 13 and the 192. I think that's Piner. I don't know what happened there. That was a big shunt between those two. I don't think there was contact, though. I'm looking at the app, and I don't see contact. So if there's contact between them, I think Peter's going to have to let us know because the app isn't telling me. Sean Piner, Zach Patterson are two Porsches scrapping it out. You got the first gen 991 fighting the second gen 991. That is you don't see that too often. That was a huge crash. You think it was netcode? I think it's possible. I mean, they were close. I just didn't think they were close enough to touch from the camera angle I was watching. That's unfortunate for Tez, but what could be a saving grace for Tez is it does look like Chris McNichol did not start this race, so that might secure him third in the Division 2. Ooh, bit of a moment for Zach Patterson. I think he's trying to defend against Joseph Kostovich a bit. Looking through the field, though, we're going to jump back to the closest fight on track, and that is Josh McKean and Ed Kerstetter. Up in the top right corner of your screen, you got Patty McNichol duking it out with, I believe, a Maka. Felix in the lead after 7 laps. 1.450 between him and Luke Southall. Luke Southall's holding pretty good pace on Ed Kerstetter. Ed Kerstetter is 5.1 back. This is the closest fight, but I do want to hop around and take a look at some of the drivers that have been with us this season, man. It has been such a good season. 8 rounds, but 10 races total. Hang on. No. 8 rounds, but... No, 10 races. Big shout out to everybody who participated, including this man right here, Mr. Brandon Meyer, Turn 1 Academy in the Aston Martin, trying to hold off Nick Gonzalez. Yep, this is the finale. This is the last race of the season. And the points are close. I don't know if you're still in the community or not on SRGP, Carter, but you could probably tune in to the standings and take a look at the points. Kind of get an idea of who's close to who. Just looking at the standings right now in the race, I think the fights to watch, Southall and McKean. McKean really needs to make up some ground and really keep it close to Southall. I think he really needs to pass him, but I think he just I think if anything else, he needs to keep it close to Southall. Cardo looks like he is ahead of Zach Patterson this race, but Zach finished a couple spots ahead of Cardo last race, so I feel like on points, Patterson might have the advantage. Piner does have a points advantage on Ziege going into this race, and I think he's going to hang on to the championship there. But in third, Dan Tizarro, I think, is going to lock it up, even with finishing 17th in the overall. Although, actually, I wonder where Parimba is in relation. Yes, you are. This is the very last race, Marcus. The very last one. Luke Aziz, Sean Piner, these guys have been fighting it out all season. Oh, Porsche Spinala. in the 199. Luka Ziege, I'm telling you, like, I'm hoping to see Luka back next season, man. He's super quick, dude. Super quick. Fun to watch. Man, looking through the field right now, it looks like the field's starting to stretch out a bit. I think fatigue is starting to set in on these guys. $14 minutes, 12 seconds left in the race. We're on board with Nick Gonzalez in the Protocharge SimSport McLaren as he tries to chase down Brandon Meyer in the Turns 1 Academy Aston Martin. Ooh, we're starting to see, it's starting to get real spicy up here. Let's jump up a little bit closer from the helicopter. We've got Ziege, Piner, Patterson, Kostovich. 0.5 of a second between all of them. P1 is very, yeah, Felix is pretty quick. Felix is pretty quick in the Porsche. I know, dude. Here, let's actually jump forward a little bit. Let's go from Luca's perspective. Look at that. Look at that shot. Headlamps. So many headlamps. In terms of just Porsches behind him, it was like buy 2, get 4 free in the headlamps perspective, because it's just like lights. I'm looking at some data right now. It's very interesting right now. Let me see what you said, Dave. Where did the mustache coast emo go? I think Beltan rotated our emojis, and I think the Giuseppe one got rotated out, but we'll get it back in. 11 minutes, 30 seconds left. Luca is hanging on, man. He's just hanging on, hanging tough. Luciano Yad's hanging tough. He's got about 0.8 on Peter Greaves, Mr. Homeschool Racer. Let's tune into Mr. Homeschool Racer right now in the 555. He is defending like a boss. It's rough. Yeah, the Porsches are fast on ACC, sensitive on braking, but very agile. Yep, Marcus, it's round 8, dude. We did a doubleheader tonight. We got one race in the books. This is the second one on the night. Felix is doing really good the second race in the cooler temperatures in the Porsche. 25 degrees at 755 on track. Really starting to get dark out there. Kyalami can be pretty treacherous at night. It's not a very well-lit track. Oh, Pete Hutchings in the pits. That's unfortunate. Let me look at the data. I don't see any contact between him and anyone else. Ooh, Brandon Meyer and Nick Gonzalez going at it again. Here, I'll get the
Second camera out of the way. Let's get some... Here, I'll get my mug out of the way, too. We'll get as much screen real estate as we can for this battle. Oh, no. Nick is off track. That was... oh, dude, he saved it from the wall. I think he saved it. That was going to be wild. I thought Nick was gone. I thought he was a goner, man. No. McFury, let me help you with that. No. If you're looking for a game like Project Cars, my recommendation would be AMS 2 over Project Cars 3. Uses the Madness engine. Pretty good game, just like no, Pete Hutchings is PJ Hutch on Twitch. Peter Greaves in the 555 is Homeschool Racer. Felix is losing some ground to Southall. We're going to keep our eye on that, but in the meantime, I'm going to go hop on back over to Mr. Lucas Ziege and take a look at the Porsche party. Yeah, the glowing Porsche. Oh, no, him and Sean Piner touch. But it does look like he did make a getaway. Patterson's right behind him, though. Now, keep in mind, Patterson's probably going to stay out of this because he's just trying to maintain points to try and to keep the lead on Carter Huesca in the championship. Ziege and Patterson are not in the same category. Really? AMG was that far off on the IGTC tracks? It did look like you were struggling for pace. It did look like the AMG was a little bit stuck in molasses. Yeah, it did look slow. It did look slow. Now, your race 1 fight with Cardo, that stuff was mint, dude. So Kostovich behind Patterson and Ziege right now. He's running out of time. Felix put his foot down a little bit, starting to pull away from Southall. I wonder if McKean has got enough points with that 5th place finish with Southall in 2nd to hang on to it. It's going to be close. And we've got drop round math that has to get figured as well, folks. Probably won't know the results of all 4 categories until tomorrow or sometime this weekend at the earliest, because we got to do drop round calculations for everybody across 4 categories. Oh, yeah. The Porsche here was just stupid. It's just so good at Kyalami, in my opinion. So good. There's your championship points leader coming into this race. It's going to be close between him and Southall at the end, but it does look like it's going to be a Protocharge 1-2 in Division 1. Piner and has dropped back. Looks like Brandon Meyer is lurking in the background. Fast approaching the 5-minute mark in our last race of the season. Felix is in the lead of this race with 1.2 on Southall. Kerstetter is 6.7 back. And then it's Cardo, McKean, Ziege, Patterson. And of the fights that I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at Cardo and Patterson. Because Patterson did get a pretty good result out of that race. Cardo ended up finishing, I think, 10th overall. Zach already had a 4-point advantage coming into this race, though, so it's going to be close. I think Piner's got it locked on math. But Tez, I think, has got third locked on math. Unless Paremba's just gotten, like, close with that good finish. Well, actually, no, he ended up getting hit at the end. Him and Felix, I think, came together at the end. Just looking around, folks, for the close fights. Looks like Kostovich is actually the close one to watch. Him and Zach Patterson starting to get spicy. On board with Coasty. I mean, McFury, I don't think, like, for me, I play iRacing. That's my main sim that I play. And I think that if you're going to pay monthly for it, you just got to be smart about your purchases when you buy the cars and tracks. I do think for the competitive online racing, I think it's worth it. But that's me. That's the calculus that I do. I feel like if you're into GT racing in particular, though, ACC, man. Just wait for a Steam sale. Get it on Steam sale. Get the DLCs. When you get the DLCs, get the IG TC pack first, get the British track pack second, and then start buying the cars. Or excuse me, you want to get the Imola pack, the Imola pack with the new Merc. So get the track packs first before you start buying cars. It can be pretty affordable during a Steam sale. Ooh. Felix is pulling a big old gap. Just dropped in. How has the pace been across the board here tonight? So across the board, actually, AFR Chrysalis, if you want to do ! pit wall in chat, we have live timing for both splits that are happening. Let me pull up the second split right now so you know there's a second one happening. Second race over on 949 Sim Racing 1! Split 2 in chat if you want the full screen stream with Shy Guy. Live timing is up on pitwall.live. You do not need to pay for anything to get access to the basic live timing data. The free package gives you a little bit more telemetry information. It's actually pretty good. And then they have a light package for $12 a year and a pro package for $12 a year. And they're both pretty good. I use pitwall.live when I watch races in ACC. I'm pretty big on following along with pitwall.live. It's probably my favorite tool in the ACC toolbox. Coasty and Patterson, closest fight, man. That is the closest fight to watch right now, so we're going to hang with it. We're in the last minute and a half. I am looking forward to Daytona. Oh, the Roar and Daytona in real life? Absolutely. I'm also looking forward to... I'm actually going to upgrade my my Peacock subscription to see if I can get access to that Michelin pilot race and watch Robert Wickens in the BHA Elantra. I think that's going to be a special thing to watch. Patterson is sideways, saves it. Or no, that's Ziege that was sideways. Coasty had to escape around it. Yeah, dude, he's in the BHA Elantra with hand controls, dude. I'm telling you, dude, that's gonna be special. Yeah, him at Mid Ohio is gonna be brutal. I'm looking forward to Daytona. I'm looking forward to Laguna. I think Michelin Pilot Racing at Laguna is gonna be awesome. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be great. Let's see if we can get, man, Luca and Patterson going at it, toe-to-toe. Coming out swinging. But I think we're about to have to switch on over. And it is going to be close between these two to the end, but we got to switch on over to the guy who has been in the lead of this race from the beginning, from the green flag drop. Mr. Felix Tavinsva Hacker in the 819, waiting to the last race of the season to plug another win. He's been so quick in the Porsche today, and in the cooler temps, I feel like he just couldn't be touched. I just feel like he was untouchable. Through Cheetah for the last time into Ingwe. From Johannesburg, South Africa, Kyalami. Round 8's in the books. Felix Tavinsva taking race number 2. Luke Southall second. Looks like Ed Kerstetter is going to plug in for third. He's going to come across the line right now. Ricardo Huesca in 4th place as he comes across the line. It looks like McKean is going to finish 5th. Patterson looks like he's slotted for 6th. Lucas Ziege 7th. Joseph Kostovich is going to be 8th. Or no, Kostovich taking 7th at the line. Ziege 8th. Piner 9th. Brandon Meyer 10th. Nick Gonzalez in 11th. Mike Menning in 12th. Paremba in 13th. We got Peter Greaves in 14th as he's getting ready to come across the line right now. Luciano Yads in 15th. And then Dan Tazaro, Pete Hutchings, and that's your group. What a race, man. What an absolute race. Server 2's still got 35 seconds left in it. I don't have sound for it, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it over anyway so that you guys can watch along. Actually, I think I can get sound. Let's see. Yeah, I got some sound. Here, let me turn it down a little bit, though. The 949 Porsche. That's Chris PK. We'll switch over to the end of the race here in a minute. But Felix Tavinsva Hacker, Luke Southall, Ed Kerstetter, your top 3. In the Division 2 category, we got Ziege Piner, Brandon Meyer for the second race. Good showing, everybody. Good showing. Man, down to the wire, and they are duking it out. Getting ready to go into the S's on the inside. 949 Porsche up the inside. Now he's got to try and drag race the Audi up the hill towards the Leo Cup hairpin. We got a Ferrari 488 looming in the background. It is in the books. It is in the books. It was a good race from both servers. Going to see if we can get some of the folks in for interviews. That is the wrong channel. I thought I was in Sprint Chat. I'm in the wrong channel. I'm going to try and see if I can get the interviews queued up real quick. Does look like that is in the books for Server 2. Let's get switched back over to the main screen. I'll try and see. Can I get the... Where did Sprint Chat go? Good job, Felix, man. Good job, my man. Good job. The toe is so OP. I mean, that's the thing that a lot of people have been saying. It's been pretty common to hear that right now. Oh, did it rotate over to free practice? Man, I hope I got the replays for that. That would be a real bummer if I didn't. Let me try and see if I can get these replays before it switches. Oh, no, 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 no. Let me... replay. There we go. See if I can get replay. Oh, it says it's already saved. All right, cool. We're good. We're good. Should have auto-saved. I think I do have auto-save turned on. I just think I get paranoid about that stuff, Felix. Carbon, man, that means a lot to hear from you, dude. I really appreciate that, man. By the way, everybody, if you want to watch the Area 52 boys, they're about to go at it in about 3 minutes over at Trackalicious. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it, man. Not sure where Reed's at. Just checking in right now. I'm going to see if I can get the data. Actually, I need to jump into the garage, actually. Timetables. I want to take a look at... Looks like race 1 was Blanchette. Race 2 is Gingy. Okay, all right. So I need to make sure I remember that. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it, man. Hit 200 grand tonight. Well, that's good. If that's real money, that's actually pretty good. Although my dad likes to play a lot of online poker with free money. Well, Def, look at joining next season. Appreciate it, man. Definitely check us out. Cardo, thank you so much for the kind words. Everybody, exclamation point coach and chat. Be sure and check that out. Let's see if we can get some interviews fired up. It does look like I've got... Who do I have where? I see Felix in Sprint Race Control. I'm going to go ahead and move over into the interview booth. Let me let Shy Guy know. All right, let's get set up for some interviews real quick. See if I can get a few people to talk to before we throw it over to Trackalicious Sim Racing. Let's do Felix is in. Felix, can you hear me?
Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
Hello, sir. Waited until the last race of the season to plug another win in. How'd that feel?
It felt really good, but also like the way I got it felt really odd as well. The first race was kind of a struggle race since my PSIs were almost like a whole PSI down, so I forgot to change anything. But then the second race came around and I changed some things on the setup, so like the toe and the camber. And I think what really sealed the deal on the second race was me getting ahead of Luke into the first corner. That would have been very different other way around.
Well, still, man, the Porsche seemed like it was on rails in that second race. What was the big difference? Did the cooler temperatures like benefit you so much more, or was it really just down to the clean start and getting out in front and then the clear air?
I think it was clean start, because then I didn't have to keep my tires cool and scrub them as hard, and I could get them up to temperature quicker, which kind of reduced the amount of scrub I got in general. And yeah, the setup changes I made just made the car so much more comfortable through the corners. Before, it was more lifting and more braking into every corner, and this race it was quite a lot of just lifting, which felt really good. Like the setup felt perfect for me, and that's like the first time I've nailed a setup like that.
Well,
so it's pretty sick.
Well, big congratulations on the win. Season 7's in the books, man. How was it for you? How did the whole season feel to you?
Well, as you know, this season for me has been really inconsistent, and then the last couple of races have been better, looking better at least. And I think that's mainly down to me finally deciding to learn how setups work properly. So in season, what was it? 4, I think, or was it season 6? Sorry. When I did that Paul Ricard race where I won, that was a matter of me just being consistent rather than me knowing how to set up a setup, because that was just the CDA wets. And that race then felt more gifted, I would say, than it does now. This race feels deserved, I think.
Well, I do think you deserved it, sir. I feel like you had full command of that race from lights out. Big result for you. Good job. Congratulations, and thanks for racing with us in Season 7, man. It's been good to have you, dude.
Thank you.
All right, man. Well, you have a good weekend. I don't know if you're doing Daytona or any ACC races this weekend, but I hope you have fun.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All right, let's see if I can get... I see Genji in here, so we're going to see if we can get Genji. I'm going to say his name right. Before the end of this series, I'm going to say your name right on Twitch. Genji in chat.
Hello, people.
How's it going, man? Looks like that second race for you ended up paying off in a big way. How'd that work out?
Yeah, it was good. I tried to do the same thing in the first race, but it didn't quite work. Yeah, it was just once I got out in front, I think I was more or less on pace with Kevin. It was just a case of just being consistent and just keeping my head.
Good deal, man. So Season 7 in the books for you. You had a really good season, I think, from a points perspective. And Crazy Rabbits, looks like you guys have got that Porsche platform figured out. What was your take on Season 7?
I really enjoyed Season 7. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I really enjoyed racing with everyone this season. It's been amazing. Sean has been amazing in just taking time out of his day to help me with setups, send me setups, show me track guides where I can gain my time, and Crazy Rabbits have been great support. Those guys are amazing. Hopefully I can push up to Split 1 next season. We'll see.
Either way, man, you were really quick this season, and I think you guys have got a good start for getting you that push you need to get into Split 1 next season. But if not, dude, I know you guys are going to be super competitive from here on out. Massive congratulations to you and the Crazy Rabbits folks. And again, dude, you nailed the Porsche this season. Do you feel like that's a car you're kind of married to at this point? Do you feel like it's the platform for you?
Definitely. I'll carry on with it next season just because I don't think I'm not fast enough yet. I'm not getting everything out of the car that I should. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a case of carrying on, knuckling down, and gaining the time.
Good deal, man. I mean, I feel like you're well positioned with that car, and I feel like with the support you're getting from your team and everything like that, sky's the limit, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys next season. Again, thanks for participating in Season 7. It was a lot of fun to get to see you guys race, and I hope you're looking forward to the next one. I know I am.
Definitely looking forward to it. Thank you so much to all of you guys. All behind the scenes. We couldn't participate if it wasn't for you guys, so a big shout out to you lot and all the spectators as well.
Yeah, appreciate the kind words. Definitely appreciate the kind words towards the spectators, because without them watching us, it would definitely be tricky. But anyway, man, I don't know if you're doing any racing this weekend, like Daytona or anything like that. Just let me know. Let us know in chat so that we can be sure and check in on any streams that you got going on this weekend. But if you do any racing this weekend, good luck with that, and I hope it works out for you.
I won't be racing. I'll be working, but everyone has to stop by and see Shane, because Shane is racing in that.
Good deal, man. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I hope work isn't too much of a drain, and hope to see you back with us in the next season, man.
Definitely, I can't wait. Much appreciated. Thanks so much.
All right, I think we can get Luke in here for an interview. Let's see if we can get Mr. Southall. think I saw him in here. There he is. Mr. Luke Southall. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
Man, that was that first race, you were on another level. That second race, it seemed like Felix had the jump on you, but all together, the whole season put together, I feel like this is one of your strongest. Like, what is your take on Season 7 in the 949 GT Sprint Series?
Yeah, I think definitely the best I've drove, and I got the most potential out of the car I've ever done, because Josh was pushing me really hard in his McLaren. Like, Josh is really fast and McLaren's really fast. Like, not to downplay what he done, but yeah, like I had to push so hard to keep up with him all season long. So makes the win a bit sweeter as well that he was so close.
Indeed, man. I really feel like you and Josh were really pushing each other this whole season. I think you guys over in Protocharge Sim Sport have a really good team atmosphere where you guys are kind of pushing each other. I mean, you were Season 5 champ. Zach was Season 6 champ. You're in line potentially for a 2-time here. Not sure how the drop round maths are gonna work out, but
I'm pretty sure I gained points with the drop round on Josh. So
yeah, I think so too. But
sure.
But I'm also terrible at math, even though I have kind of like a math background. So please don't judge me. But either way, man, it seems like you guys in Protocharge definitely have been pushing each other to develop and get better. What do you guys feel like's on the horizon for Protocharge? Any exciting plans or anything like that to take the other endurance leagues or anything like that by storm?
I don't really know, to be fair. Me and Josh are doing the Daytona 24 on Saturday, so that'll be interesting on our racing.
Well, man, who is anyone from the team going to be streaming that?
I don't know. I don't think so, but then I kind of want it to be on the stream, so I don't know.
Well, if you end up streaming it, be sure and post that stuff in chat. And anybody who's listening at home, if you're racing Daytona, be sure and post in our chat. Let us know so that we can tune into your stream and cheer you on and all the fun stuff that comes with doing a 24-hour endurance race. But man, Luke, seriously, dude, I feel like your racing this season was on another level. And man, all I can just say is congratulations. Big result in race number 1. I still feel like it was a big result in race number 2 for you because you did finish ahead of Josh. But yeah, man, just massive congratulations. You've been masterclass all season.
Thank you very much.
But so with that, Season 7 being a wrap, what are your plans for next season? Are you going to try and race with us again? Are you looking for like other stuff? Because I mean, you're starting to get pretty quick around here.
I think I'll be back. I should be back.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Well, I want to say thank you for participating in Season 7 with us. It's been great to have you and the Protocharge Sim Sport guys, and wish you luck at Daytona, man.
Thank you. Thank you for the league and the commentary and everything you guys do as well.
Appreciate it, man. You have a good rest of your weekend and good luck at Daytona.
Yep. See ya.
All right, I was going to see if I could get Blanchett in here, but I don't see him in any of the chats. So, might go ahead and send it on over to Trackalicious. Let me check real quick, make sure that they're up and running for their race. And by the way, chat, I'm not ignoring anybody on like purpose or anything like that. Trying to wrap all this stuff up so that we can get into the Trackalicious GT4 series, the triple header at Nürburgring. Why can I not get... I'm doing a very, very bad job at this right now. So please bear with me. Let's take a look. I see Trackalicious online. So we're going to set it up with the raid right now, and I'm going to go ahead and do the outro real quick while we get ready to send you guys over. Thank you all so much. I cannot emphasize this enough. Thank you so much for participating with us, for watching with us, for hanging out in the chat with us, the whole works. Without you guys coming to watch our races, without you guys coming to hang out, none of this would be possible. Yeah, it's just, I can't thank you guys enough. Thanks to everybody who participated. Thanks to everybody behind the scenes. Beltan, Coasty, Matt Paremba, Matt Bergen, Chris PK. Thank you guys so much. Everybody in 949 that races with us, thank you so much. We're going to be doing Daytona, M4 GT3. It's going to be awesome. Hope to see you all this weekend on various streams cheering on all these awesome sim racers that participate in this community. Because without this community, none of this would be fun for any of us. But until next time, and there will be a next time. Until next time, I'm Whelpcakes. This is 949 GT Sprint Series signing off. Season 7's in the books. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Leave space for one another. Go enjoy some Trackalicious GT4 action. We'll see you next time.